atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Clobberanimo!
Clobberanimo indeed. Greetings, clobbers and clobberanimos and clobberoids and clobberooskies and every other kind of clobberish there is. We indeed, because we're here for the clubhouse. Welcome everybody to Clobbering Times. Issue number 509 on YouTube, 1,209 overall for over 13 and a half years. And, of course, on Clobbering Times, Clobby's Clubhouse number 66 with the most wonderful first officer in the fleet, Commander R.M. Briggs, and the greatest chief engineer of all time, Mark D. Hello, everybody.
Clobberanimo!
Clobber, what a
That was
move?
pretty good, Raquel.
That was.
Clobberanimo!
Good to see you, everybody. I hope you are all hearing me well. If you could throw me out my amazing wrenches, can throw me out a sound check for me. I would really appreciate that.
Throw us a bone.
Well, you got a new communications console, so yeah,
So
we just
far,
want
yeah.
to check
Gonna
that.
need to- yeah. Yes, sir. So
The
I will-
binar.
Will Hura build it for you?
Yes.
The binars.
She's the only
were
one
here.
qualified to rebuild that, you know,
It's
the
true.
communications console.
All according to
Indeedishness.
Spock.
Indeed. Right, Chris Persia, thank you. That's what I needed to hear.
Bye.
Yeah, buddy. All right, well, everybody, look, good to see you tonight. No particular show notes other than tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central. No, excuse me. I only say Central. This one. Go to Eastern, actually. 7 p.m. Eastern. Our good buddy Dadman Walking. I will be on his channel. Proud to be there as a guest, talking some NFL playoffs. And then playoffs. And then
Playoffs.
8:30 Central Standard Time on the great Nick Weiser show. Our buddy 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser on his channel. With the Comic Shop Boys, reviewing Infinity Gauntlet number 4. And then, of course, as always, as ever, Saturday Night Star Trek continues with 4 more episodes of reviewed of Deep Space Nine.
Dun, 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 dun.
What she said and sang even. And so there's that. And of course, there'll be the Sunday Night Geekery on Mark D's channel and stuff like that. In the meantime, I'll say hello, of course, to the most wonderful Commander R.M. Briggs, first officer in the fleet. What's up? Welcome.
Good evening, Captain. Thank you for having me. I love your face. You're one of my best friends in the whole wide wee world. I just adore you. I'm looking forward to tonight. I just want to give a shout out to all the wrenches. I also want to shout out Cardinal Sin, Shooter, Larry, Chris Persia, Scuba Pete, and of course, Mark D with the C, and Tony Stark for following me on Patreon and backing my book.
Nice.
Thank you so much for doing that for me, folks. Indie authors,
You're
we need
welcome.
you. So,
Excellent.
how can I ever thank you? Yeah, and my book is still available on Amazon. If you'd like to buy it directly from me, hop on over to Patreon and look up R.M. Briggs. It would be my pleasure to send you a copy of the book. And I have news. Horse shack, Mr. Carter. I am confirmed for the Fort Fan Fest in Alberta in May. So I will be a guest there, and I will have my books, and I will be signing them, and I will also be in cosplay. Also, I'm not
As what? As what? It was a surprise.
It's actually a surprise, and believe it or not,
It's not gonna
Mark,
be Tom Cruise again, I guess, though. Yeah.
it's not going to be that, but I have to be rebellious sometimes. But it does have something to do with you. I did a cosplay for
Oh.
Clubby, and now I'm going to do a cosplay for you.
Oh,
Interesting. Wow.
Does that help you remember what you said?
No, I'm trying to
It's
remember.
all about
Searching
the
my rusty
classic.
data banks.
It's all about classic comics that I'm learning from my marvelous geek friends. And so I will not reveal it until that con. So I'm not confirmed yet, but I do believe that I will also be appearing at the Edmonton Expo as well. So I'm very excited. Got some con dates coming up. I'm doing some book signings. It's all coming together. Thanks to Clubby and you and everybody. I love you. Thank you.
fantastic. By the way, you might want to look into this. Michael Beacom says that he keeps searching for you on Patreon and nothing comes up, and I'm convinced this is not a coincidence. Oh my goodness.
It's not a coincidence. Michael Beacom, let me explain something to you, which I had to explain to everyone, and Chris sort of figured it out with me, and then I started looking things up. Okay, my book is available through my Patreon, and I am also going to be releasing all of my stories from my upcoming book, my upcoming collection, and they do contain adult themes, including sex, drugs, coarse language, adult themes, anything, you name it. So I did say that the content would be 18 plus. Unfortunately, that means that Patreon has basically put me in the basket of deplorables, with like basically like the people who have content tantamount to OnlyFans. So I'm not allowed to like broadcast any videos. I'm not allowed to do anything like that. So, and I'm being shadow
You say
banned.
it's PG-13? I mean,
well, that's exactly it. Like, why not offer a PG-13?
Well-
They just asked me, will there be any adult content on your Patreon? And I was like,
well, I think adult content means, skinny dipping stuff. For lack of, that's what I think that means. I think you could reclassify, but don't ask me. What do I know? I just know comics and Star Trek. But
I don't
think
want to
that's what
upset
that.
anyone.
No, but that's really what that means. I think, Raquel. But that's.
I hope so. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll send off a letter and I'll find out.
Adult means adult OnlyFans, not like mature themes and concepts. I mean, you read, stuff like you can get, the library doesn't well, I shouldn't say that now, but the library, you can get a book with adult themes. We could read that as a teenager.
Really?
So, yeah. So what? Not adult has different connotations in terms of.
It's
when
true.
I hear when you say adult here, that means you've got to get the magazine with when they used to have magazines with the the brown cover over the top, and that's what that means. 18 over, sexually explicit content versus.
Well, I will
just
look into
themes.
that. But just so
Yeah.
Michael Beacom knows, that's it. That's the reason why. And so I will post the direct link to that on my Twitter. But you know who's backing my book, who is here, who is the Great Wrench of the North, is Chris Persia. He knows exactly how to get a hold of me, and he knows exactly where the Patreon is. And I'm so sorry that everyone is experiencing this. I just thought that I would be open and honest that my books are not for kids. My books would be, if they were ever turned into a show, a TV show, or like a Netflix thing or something, they would be rated 18 plus, I think, or at least like Mark said, 16 plus. So I was just trying to be honest. I'm sorry it's
Be so
making
honest.
trouble for everyone.
Yeah, don't be so on it. No, just kidding. But
Right?
I really think that's what that means when they ask for adult. That's that's the
Yeah.
connotation on that
Yeah.
on that one. But yeah,
Could be.
Annoying. Okay, I'm going to go on mute as Clobby introduces you. By the way, thank you for that warm welcome, Clobby. I'm going to go on mute and I'm going to go and post that for Michael Beacom. And well, Clobby gives Mark a chance to say hello to everyone. So I'm going to give up the
Chris
floor.
put it in the chat. Oh, Chris put it in the chat. He put your link in.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
Patreon
then I
link,
won't go
yep.
anywhere.
Thank you, Chris, and welcome to the chief engineer. Thank you for being here.
Oh, always great to be here on Thursday night. Yeah, looking forward to it. Got some enabling to do. Got some
Clubhouse
stuff I can share.
time. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Let's see here. Shout outs, of course. Let's do our shout outs. We like to shout everybody out that are here. Of course, we start out with our wrenches. The one we just I just do them all at once, whether they're here or not. I just go get them out of the way at once. So the great Eric K, the bronze wrencher. Good to see you there, buddy. Hope you're doing great. The vindicated wrench of the north, the aforementioned Chris Persia, my friend. Thanks for all you do, buddy.
Thank you for the show poster, sweetheart.
Thank you for everything, man. Always. D. Bud Martin, wrench of iron.
D. Bud Martin, thank you for everything that you do. You know, I don't always get a chance to stay for Clobby's other shows, but I do pop in and lurk, but I just don't have time to talk because I'm working or I'm doing things. And every time I do, you're there and you're sharing things about Mark and you're sharing things about me and you're sharing things about Clobby. D. Bud Martin, you are a wonderful friend. And thank you so much for your service here, sir.
Lord Thoth, the god of wrenching. Avon lives, long live the legions, or
Well
whatever you are out there, and lovely Lady Thoth. J-Man, the wrench without fear, and my partner on Earth B. Good to see you there, buddy.
Jackson.
Hungry boy, Club Boney, man. Hey, what's up? The great artist of Clobbering Times and master of Club Boney, and artist of the cover of Science Fiction Tales by Autumn Driggs.
Yes.
Super Cal L. Wrencher, what's up, buddy? Wielder of Mjolnir, Wrencher, Wrench Mjolnir, Maddie Steady.
I
And
love that one.
Fanty Outsider. So, and let me see. I have to pull the chat back here to see who is with us this evening. Say our shout outs to everyone else who might be here. Let's see. Neon Knight. Hello there, Neon Knight. Good to see you. By the way, before I get started with that, I will say thank you to all of those lurking. Really appreciate you, and the lurkers, and those who are also those out there who are watching on a download or a rewatch, whatever you want to call it. We really appreciate you. And I want to thank Blunt Philly Reviews for joining. I don't know what level the membership was, but Blunt Philly Reviews, thank you for joining the channel. It is much appreciated. Thank you so much. Very kind of you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Let's see here. Who else be up in here?
You got to say it with your sexy Southern accent. Come on, man. You let me down.
What?
Up in here. Like, what are you doing with
who else be up in here? Up in here. I never knew it was that important, but
I love it.
up in yo. No song. Classic Comics. What's up, CC? Good to see you.
He's editing video, so he's going to be in and out of the chat. So, folks, he's not ignoring you. Classic Comics is busy.
Good to see you, CC. Good to see you, CC. There, Brian Hepburn.
Brian.
Hang on, everybody. Let's see. Well, let's see. Stuart Mitchell, what's up, my friend?
Dolly had braces. Stop gaslighting fans.
The aforementioned great Michael Beacom, my friend.
Love the Beacums.
And of course, shout out to Cassandra, of course, as well.
That's right.
Always. Death Ray, what's up, buddy? Good to see you there.
He also sent you a present. So there is a gift waiting for you in this starred column. If you want to check your folder, boss, I marked it for you, and you have received a gift.
Thank you for that super sticker. You are very kind. I appreciate you. Death Ray, thank you. $6.99. Much appreciated, my friend. Thank you so much. Let's see. Where were we? Where were I? I think bounced on me again. JT Kirk. What is
JT
up, buddy?
Kirk!
What she said and sang. Man, this thing jumped on me. What the hell?
That's supposed to jump. You have a new computer.
It's a StreamYard.
Oh, it's the StreamYard. Sometimes the chat burps, Mark, and
every time I go to a star thing or something, it does that.
It goes.
Yeah.
It jumps.
Yeah. Where are we at?
I love you too, Eric K.
Michelle Ork Johansson. Hey there.
Hello.
Let's see. Vamping because we got. Oh no, sorry. I think everyone's already been shouted out, but we're going to make sure.
Kal-El, he did get a new computer, and it has a really tiny screen, which is probably why he's adjusting.
Yes.
He just got it today. So fewer technical difficulties, but it's also kind of weird when you've been using the same machine for like 13 years and then all of a sudden different machines. And it's teeny tiny.
Hopefully, all that matters is if you all hear me okay and that we on the show are hearing each other.
That's right. That's right, boss.
But the monitor's terrible. And it's got issues. And it's small. But still, I really appreciate it, man. A big shout out to him. And thanks to my son for making it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Donnie Pearson, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Donnie.
Good to see you. So I think it takes care of all of our hellos, of course, obviously, at every opportunity. We will greet any friends who may pop in, and we hope many do. So in the meantime, before we get to our Raquel's main event, we talk a lot here about comic book art and comic book artists, and of the ones that I'm the biggest fan of so many of them. We've lost so many. So when one celebrates a birthday, I count us as fortunate, because it's just not gonna, how long, what this last year, if you'll remember, we said goodbye to two of the greatest all-time greats, Neil Adams and George Perez. So, sorry, there we go. I was pulling up pictures. I forgot. I don't have all my pictures yet, folks. I'm scrambling here. So today we get to say happy birthday to two of the greats. I'm a big fan of, for sure. One of them was the other day, though, and just and that was, of course, he's in my Hall of Fame already. He's in the Clobberin Times Hall of Fame, and that is where are you? You know what? Let me pull up a damn picture of him first, because I don't have all of my pictures. I don't have all of my pictures, so I should have been ready.
Oh, that's okay.
Damn it! Not okay.
We'll get him transferred over soon. Yep.
Yeah, it's not okay. I'll just do it this way. I'll just share it. Do a Google thingy and share it here. It is, of course, the birthday. The other day was the birthday of one of the greats, the great Jazzy Johnny Ramita, Senior. Senior, folks, of course.
Nice.
Jazzy Johnny is one of the all-time greats. He's one of the faces of Marvel Comics and the characters. In terms of his style. I love his Spidey. It's beyond compare. He did so much. Look, his art was just extraordinary.
His Spidey is good.
I love his Spidey's. I love the Ditko Spidey, of course. You all know that.
Yeah.
But I'm maybe slightly partial to Ramita's Spidey. I know that's heresy to some people. But I love the man's work. He did a lot of great. He's just so. He's so identified with Spider-Man, but also with
he
all
draws
the
women really nicely too.
Oh yeah.
And can we just talk about his handsome face? How old is this fella?
Jazzy Johnny's got to be, I don't know, man. He's got to be in
his 80s, right?
Yeah, well, he is a ridiculously cutie patootie. and a marvelous manly beard. What an adorable human being.
I
What
never
a
thought of him
beautiful
that way.
smile.
I never thought of him that way.
Well, you know, I am a gal, so I'm going to give you that take. Sorry, boss.
That's okay. Nothing to be sorry about.
You didn't hit the jackpot.
I know Johnny would appreciate
clubbing.
it. Yeah.
He's
Face it, Tiger.
cute.
But John,
For the record, I also bug Clobby about being cute. It bugs him. He hates it.
Which shows she lies a lot.
No, it doesn't. You poop.
Oh, so
Ooh,
and
language.
Love it, language. Yeah. So, Ramita did the best hair since Hungry Boy.
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough to meet him once, and many years ago. And just for a brief minute, it was funny. The good buddy of mine who was working in the business at the time, a comic book artist himself. This is Orlando, and I remember I brought one of my fireside trade paperbacks of the 70s. If you're old, you'll know what that is. That had Ramita Spider-Man reprints in it, and were all Ramita reprints in it. And I brought it, but I never got to go to his table, and I forgot exactly what happened. And then he was about to leave, and my friend stopped him because he'd been sitting there talking to him, and he got him to stop. And he brought him over to get him this. And I'll never forget, Jazzy Johnny walked over and signed my autograph for me and talked a few minutes. And later I was just like, man, I was thanking my friend. I said, oh man, thanks, dude. I got to meet Ramita. That's just amazing. And he says, and I said, but I didn't want to bug him because he was trying to leave and stuff. And he said, dude, he's been doing this for a long time. I said that when he sees his fans, he sees pure love and he sees love in them for their work and stuff like that. And Johnny always appreciates them. So. Wow. Good man, and that was just a cool experience. So
yeah,
very nice,
very sweet man, and very good Spider-Man. And I do have to say, very flattering for the ladies. It's always nice when a man draws a woman like that, where the woman feels beautiful and is represented very beautifully. Great job, and what a cutie patootie! Look at that smile.
He is amazing. What did I do? I hate when I do this to my. Where are you?
Oh, you got rid of the top. Press the F11 key.
Mm-hmm.
I got rid of my.
You went full. You went full screen.
No, it's not that.
No.
No.
You were sharing screen, and now you got to get out of it.
Oh no. F11. No, it's hard to explain what I did. But I know what I know what I did.
You know
I've done it before. Yeah, I'm trying to. Where are you? Got two windows open. All right, that one I don't need.
Where are you?
Where's my StreamYards?
You could try the escape key, ESC key. Just hit it one time.
No, I got to get back to StreamYards.
Alt and tab that takes you through each window. Alt and the tab key.
Alt tab, or as we say in that world, splat.
Oh my goodness! It took a. All right, let me see something here. Let me get rid of this. If I dump out, I'll be back.
It took the menu away. Yeah, so you're in full. It looks like your browser's in full screen mode to me.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to no, or I have. I'm trying to put the StreamYards.
Yeah.
Tab back, yeah.
Yeah.
Tab back.
Yep.
Yeah, so press
it's on two different things.
Yeah. Well, try pressing the F11 key and see if that gives you the menu back.
It won't do it. Anyway, I'm going to dump out and come right back.
Okay, honey.
Okay. See what happens when you change things.
Yep. Well, it's like Michael Beacom said, that's why so many people wait so long to replace their computer.
Yeah, you don't want to have to redo anything. Yeah,
well, because we put so much of our personal lives on it now. It's not like it was before. Now it's like it has, and everything requires a new password, and people get so used to it. And Bossman's back. Hello, Bossy Boss.
Sorry about that.
Did you figure out what I screwed up?
Yeah, what did you do? Finally figured out what you screwed up. And there's one other birthday. And this he's not in my Hall of Fame, but he might be someday. And this is a little bit, Ramita's always considered, one of the greats. This is a guy that's some people don't like him as much as others, but I'm a fan of. And he had a birthday today, I believe it was. The great Sal Buscema.
Oh, wow.
I love Sal. And a lot of
He's
people
great,
don't.
too, yeah.
Classic Comics would like to know if you have checked the oil on your new machine. Admiral T just walked through the door, and so did JD Lewis.
JD
and
Lewis.
Dave!
JD Lewis,
Dave.
Admiral T. Good to see you. So anyway, so yes, our pal Sal Buscema, also a birthday today. Again, these guys are getting up there. I've never been lucky enough to meet Sal. He's known for so many.
Oh, really?
Yeah, never met him, unfortunately. But I'm a big fan of Sal.
We got to make that happen.
I don't know. He doesn't come. He's getting up there. He doesn't do a lot of cons.
What state does he live in?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's creep
Probably New
him.
York.
Mark, what state does he live in?
Probably
I don't
near.
know.
What there about you somewhere, Marker?
I don't know where he lives.
I have no idea. I mean,
we got to get Clobby to him.
87. He's 87. Well, yeah. It's just like I never got to meet Joe Sinnen. I never got to meet his brother, John Buscema, who passed way back now. But I love Sal. I love his Hulk. His Hulk and his Rom.
Great, yeah.
You know, one of the quintessential great Hulk artists. I have this book, Sal Buscema.
Wow, that's
Comics
quite beautiful.
Fast and Furious. Yeah, I love his stuff.
That is quite beautiful. Even if you don't know the first thing about comics, no one can deny the beauty of that cover you just showed.
Love that cover. Sal was always best when he had Ernie Channing or somebody like that inking him.
JD
No question
Lewis
about it.
is echoing and amplifying you and saying Sal's cap rocks. So he likes his cap.
I love his cap. I love his Hulk. I love his Rom.
Death Ray loves his Rom.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Rom. A little bit of his Rom. Love you, Sal. I'm glad that I'm just glad a couple of the old timers are still hanging around.
Mm-hmm. So this is Rom.
Rom Space Knight.
I remember when you guys taught me about Rom. I still know absolutely nothing about it, but at least I'm aware of what it is.
Well, you know what? Even though it's the one that would be close, even though you don't need to read comics, I'm saying, but it's the one that would be closer to your alley because it's pure science fiction, even though it takes place in the Marvel universe. The Space Knights are from the planet Galador, and they were being almost wiped out by these beings called the Dire Wraiths, and a few select people decided to allow themselves to be put into these armors forever, different types of these Space Knight armor to fight against it. And yes, and Rom ends
like
up
RoboCop.
Yeah, in a sense, because you can't get out of it. They're stuck in it forever. And Rom, he ends up on Earth. He's got this. He's looking. Dire Wraiths have come to Earth, and he wants to wipe them out. And he's got a little gun that you can shoot at it and expose them and then kill them. It's got like a very science fiction vibe to it. It's based on a toy, of course, and I love him.
Cyborg.
I love Rom. Love the design. Love it. Way better than the toy.
Yeah,
the comic is great. The toy was, and then and what's the gun was called? The Neutralizer. What was it called? Rom's gun.
Oh.
Yeah, because the Dire Wraiths they could hide too, so he had to expose them, like you said. So it was a really cool, and then he could.
Yeah, like
so it was like a revealing tool plus weapon.
Yes. Yes, and then he would dispatch them.
Nice.
Like a negative zone type. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Classic House is a CC
neutralizer
batteries. Yeah. I mean, I had a friend who, the neutral. I thought that was, my friend had the ROM toy, which I wanted so bad.
I wanted it so bad.
And when we tried to play, we were playing with it after I got it for Christmas. And I'm like, Joey, this toy kind of sucks, doesn't it? He's like, yeah, it does kind of suck. It doesn't work as good as it did on the commercial. Oh, I'd love that. Don't get me wrong.
When you talk about your childhood, you're such a Boy Scout that, like, I imagine you like the Mikey Likes It commercial. Like, just because of your intonation when you describe your childhood memories, I just imagine you as this cute little boy. Hey, Mikey, he likes it. And you're like, hey, Joey, he hates it.
He hates it, yeah. Doesn't work like the commercial, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so this Sal, the Hulk, maybe his biggest claim to fame, but also, Captain America, Rom, he did Avengers, he did a lot of Spider-Man comics, of course, like Spectacular Spider-Man and others, but Yeah, I love me some Sal,
Yeah,
and I don't care who knows it.
nice
And
job. Oh boy. Oh wow. It was JD Lewis who said that he had a nice cap. He does have a nice cap.
yes, I love his cap. Oh yeah,
His
no
cap
question.
is great.
Yes, and again, many people like his brother John better, and I do think John was a little bit better. No question about it. But here you can see Vince Coletta not even ruining Sal. Sorry, Hungry Boy.
Ouch.
Is that an inker?
Yes,
Yeah,
stink more like a stinker, but yeah.
Isn't it weird how after being friends with you for 2 years, I finally get the inside geek jokes?
You know what an inker is?
Yes, I do. Thanks to many
it.
late evenings of fine arts classes with you and Mark and Hungry Boy and just all the whole comic crew.
Yes. Why'd I do that again? I hate when it does that.
What, honey? Oh, yeah.
What are you doing? You're getting rid
I
of the
keep
menu?
taking
or-
like no. I keep taking like a separating a window from the other one, so it's not on the same bar up top.
Oh, so yeah.
Oh,
So
oh,
you're
yeah, yeah.
leaving tabs instead of new windows.
Moving the tab. I want all the tabs to be together, so I don't have to
I
go.
know.
You can just
Freaking
grab
crap.
the tag.
I hate that.
and
Yeah.
Grab it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't do it now.
Yeah.
You can't do it now.
Well-
The StreamYard was isolated from the other ones. Anyway, we're done with that.
Yeah.
Those other ones anyway.
I think instead of left clicking on it, boss, you can right click on it and it should have a pull down menu that says open a new tab or open a new window. And then I want you to select open in tab in new tab using the left mouse button click. And that should get it to behave the way you want, boss man.
New tab. No. I'm not gonna mess with it now. I'm just gonna get rid
Okay,
of the other
sweetheart.
ones. But yeah,
It
'cause it's-
happens. You know the cause of that.
And they
It's always
probably
not.
redesigned the whole sick bay, too. I know engineers, they love to change things.
nice.
We gotta
Except
get the
I-
other one.
I had it blocked because I didn't see. I was out. My eyes were off the screen. So now you can try that again. I'll do it. For
There
you.
we go. You got it.
And they probably redesigned the whole sick bay, too. I know engineers, they love to change things.
Scotty.
As good as your word.
Aye, sir. The more they overthink the plumbing, the easier it is to stop up the drain.
Classic.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously one of my favorite lines from Star Trek, and I don't even remember, I don't even memorize whole scripts like you and Clobby do. But one thing I do want you to do, when you run the bones, love to change things. I want you to also run the Nog, where he's like, how is it Nog's fault? And Nog goes, it's in my contract.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
Rom,
of
yeah.
the engineering when he gets in trouble for the engineering in the
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's
the
right.
separate engineering in the holodeck
Rom.
where he's like piecing things off and using things that he's not supposed to. You have to go get that clip because that's the
That's a
ultimate
good
clip.
one.
Whenever you get in trouble, I'm like, it's in his contract. It's in
That
his
is good.
contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
When was that? What was that?
Oh,
episode was that
was
this-
that Iron Man Bashir?
That's when he has to part it out and there's L cars in the system. Hold on. Let me go look.
He has to do what now?
Oh, just there's L cars in the system, and that's like one
Yes,
of
when
the
he's working on
faults.
the holosuite thing, right?
That's right. But
Yeah,
when
that's
he,
Iron Man Bashir.
is it our man Bashir?
Pretty sure
was
that's when he was
Just
it was
a few
Rom.
shows ago. Yeah.
Remember, Rom was he fixed it. He's the one working on the whole.
That's right. That's right. Right.
That might be it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is two possible episodes that it could be.
Yeah. Well, fear not, everyone. It is now time for your favorite segment, folks. It is movies with Raquel. We didn't have like theme song and then title for boom, 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 boom. You know, movies with Raquel. I don't know. Movies with Raquel. Yeah. You know, those funny science fiction movies with Raquel. Boom, I don't know. We'll work on that.
Mark, I can't look it up on the scripts right now because first of all, I'm being serenaded by one of my best friends in the whole world. But I just did a quick search and it's either Rules of Acquisition or Our Man Bashir.
Okay. I'll look.
Yeah,
that
I
up.
see-
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Just look it up on the scripts search. You know that scripts
Yeah.
search that we
I have
use?
that search. Yeah.
I use that one too.
Rules
I
of
love that one.
acquisition or arm
Or
member
our
share.
member share.
Will
If
do.
I knew, I don't know how to. I don't really know how to workshop anything classic comics, but I'm whatever. If I can learn how to workshop it, I will. I don't know what that means, but I will. So, movies with movies with Michelle, movies with Michelle, movies with Michelle. Oh, don't know Michelle. Well, so we'll have to go movies with Raquel, movies with Raquel.
Yay!
Oh.
Okay, so let's get this on the road. Okay, so this week I did have a chance to connect with the great HB. Not only is he the official artist of CLOBBERIN Times, this whole channel, but he is also a marvelous and preternaturally gifted painter who painted the cover for my book, Science Fiction Tales. And so we get together and we watch late night movies. And we didn't get together a lot this week. We could only get together for 2 movies, but they're great. They're great. And then I fulfilled the request of everyone from last week. I think it was Clobby, who knew that I had watched the new Invaders from Mars, the 1986, and he had mentioned in passing that he wanted to see, or it's been a long time since he has seen Invaders from Mars 1953. So I did watch that one on my own, but let's get started. This is Cinephile Night with the great HB, and this is his first offering.
Rock.
Now,
roll.
Yeah, go ahead, Clobby.
No, I'm saying rock and roll. I know of it.
Yeah, rock and roll. So, look, I know many of you guys work really super late at night. And so you're not watching. You're not participating in the chat. You can't. You don't have time. You're either working in a warehouse or you're working some brain job or you're an engineer or whatever. I know you guys. You guys have told me what happens with you at night. So I know many of you listen to this like it's an old-time radio hour, like it's your radio show. So I'm just going to tell you what's on the screen. It is the poster for an animation called Rock and Rule, The Beauty, the Beast, and the Beat. And so it's this fantastic animation. It's Canadian animation. And we see this, giant jukebox, and it's built like a skyscraper. And then we have 3 characters who look as though they are humanoid dogs. And one is quite evil, and he is lording over the jukebox that is the size of a skyscraper, and there's lightning and thunder, and he has his evil hand out. And then we have this lovely damsel. She's quite angelic. She's dressed in just a little sheath dress. She has her hands out as though she's about to give flight like an angel. And then, of course, we have this red-headed humanoid dog dude. He's like, 18, 19 years old, and he's got a really futuristic looking guitar. And so it is quite an intriguing poster. And it's for the movie that we watched, Rock and Rule.
Gap After Dark. Hello,
Gap
welcome.
After Dark. Okay, so a condition of me watching these movies with Hungry Boy is that he doesn't like it when I go all academic. He's like, you know what? You're always an academic. Why don't you just relax? So I'm going to be reading a little bit from Rock and Rule off of Wikipedia. It's a cold read because I haven't done any research on this. I've only watched the film. And so here we go. From Wikipedia, Rock and Rule. Rock and Rule, known as The Ring of Power outside of North America, is a 1983 Canadian adult animated musical science fantasy film featuring the voices of Don Franks, Greg Salata, like for real, Salata? In Greek, that's like actually salad. Anyways, and Susan Roman. It was produced and directed by Michael Hirsch, Patrick Lubert, and Clive A. Smith, with John Halfpenny, Patrick Lubert, and Peter Sauter at the helm of its screenplay. Centering upon rock and roll music, Rock and Roll includes songs by Cheap Trick, Chris Stein, and Debbie Harry of the pop group Blondie, Lou Reed, Iggy Pop, and Earth, Wind, and Fire. This story takes place in a post-apocalyptic United States populated by mutant humanoid animals. The film was released on April 15th by United Artists, distributed by MGM UA Entertainment Company, and is produced by Nelvana Limited. It grossed $30,000 in US and Canada.
30,000?
Yeah, that's it. The
Ouch.
plot. In the American release, an introduction states that a war had destroyed the human race, leading to the creation of mutant humanoid animals. Mark, an aging yet legendary rock musician, is on the search for a very special voice whose frequencies can unleash a power demon from another dimension, his dwindling popularity driving him to destroy the world in vengeance and immortalizing himself in the process. After traveling around the world looking for the right voice, he returns to his hometown of Ohmtown, a remote Ohmtown. Ohm, get it for you speakers? Ohm, give me a break. Anyway, a remote storm-ravaged village famous for its unique power plant. Meanwhile, at a nightclub, Omar, Angel, Dizzy, and Stretch perform in a small rock band. As Angel performs her romantic ballad at a mostly empty audience, Mark hears her sing. He realizes that Angel has a voice he needs when a ring he is wearing reacts to her voice. Wow, this is written really bad. I'm sorry, everyone.
Is
I apologize.
that new chat bot writing this, or that's actually people probably?
I think this is people and it's awful. Anyways, Mark, and when it's written awful, then you also read it poorly. Anyway,
Yeah.
Mark invites Angel and the band to his mansion outside of town, where the band is formally introduced to him and his assistants, the roller skating Schleppler brothers, Toad, Sleazy, and Zip. Mark incapacitates Omar and Stretch with hypnotic Edison balls as he takes on Angel on a stroll through the garden and tries to convince her to join him. Although Angel is unaware of Mark's true intention, he refuses to abandon her band. She refuses to abandon her band. Unwilling to admit defeat, Mark kidnaps her and takes his blimp to Nuke York. That is right, Nuke York, where his summoning disguised as a concert will be performed. Following their ejection from Mark's mansion, the band finds out what happened to Angel, and they follow the blimp in a stolen police car. Before they reach Nuke York, they are arrested by a border guard. Meanwhile, Angel attempts to escape with the unwitting help of Cinderella, the sister of the Schleppers, while sneaking through the ventilation system. Angel overhears Mark confirming his plans with the computer. Okay, so this goes on for a really long time. This summary is super long. It's like 1,200 words. That's quite the summary. I mean, it's 1,200 words. Isn't a summary supposed to be like, 100, 200 words? Anyway.
Usually don't read the whole thing. You just usually stop with the synopsis, don't you?
Yeah, I do. This one is, I tried to sort of explain what's happening with it because, so
it's complicated.
It's complicated. It's also, okay, let me just say this now. I'm not a geek. I know absolutely nothing about animation, but it's very clear that the animation is outstanding. The problem is that I'm Canadian, and that at this time, when this type of animation was transpiring, I had nieces and nephews, and then thereafterward, my offspring, watching this Nelvana style, I think it's called Nelvana style of cartoons. So it wasn't new for me. And also, I hate cartoons. So I didn't enjoy it. I found it to be quite loud, and I found some of the material to be a little questionable. So, okay. So like, how like you have the Goofy Pluto situation. Now, many of you, if you're Gen X or older, you understand the Goofy Pluto problem. That's when you're a kid and you're like, okay, Goofy is a humanoid, but Pluto's a dog. Why? So that occurs quite a lot in this cartoon. There are incidences of cannibalism. At one point, this peg leg creature is blown up, and only a fraction of his leg remains, a tiny bit of flesh, and it's picked up by this boar a wild boar looking type of creature that's supposed to be humanoid, and he eats it. And there's lots of God and the devil in this. And they go to a disco, and there are some naked dogs that are, looking for love. And there
Dog's
is
always naked.
well, no, these
You
ones.
shouldn't go there.
Not these.
Yeah, this is like Club 54 type thing.
Oh God.
So there is a lot of like hard drug use in this show, and so it's quite psychedelic. I will say this, that there are times where you get to breathe in this show, which is very loud, and it moves very quickly, and it's super loud. And by loud, I mean it's intellectually loud as well as audibly loud, if you know what I'm saying. In the breaks, you see the most wonderful vignettes. So you have like this vista, and it's a beautiful backdrop, and all you're thinking is, wow, this would make a beautiful prog rock album cover. And so there are moments like that when you see the vegetation and the leaves almost look real, and when you see the rock face and things like that, the rock looks real, and this is way before Pixar. So the animation is amazing. It's not the kind of music that I like. And like I said, I really can't evaluate this fully or appreciate it fully because I'm Canadian, and this is what all of our animation looked like for like 15 or 20 years. So
It's
my
Canadian,
husband was sitting
like
beside
it, right?
me. I'm sorry?
Isn't it Canadian? If it's Canadian, don't you have to like it?
No.
Yeah, it's the rules.
So when my husband was beside me when I was watching it, and we have a famous cartoon here that all Canadian kids watch, and it's universally beloved. And I believe it's Nelvana also. It's called Fievel Goes West.
Yeah, I
think
know
that's
that
the
one. Yeah, that's a good
And-
one.
But that's Don Bluth, actually.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That's
But
Don
anyways,
Bluth.
it's the same animation style, and it's this same idea that, like your humanoid rats, humanoid dogs, things like that, right? So my husband's sitting beside me, and he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, what's this movie called?" And I was like, "Oh, just wait, let me check for 1 second. I'll go look." And he's like, "No, it's okay. I know what it's called." I'm like, "What's it called?" And he he looks at me, straight face, goes, "Fievel Smokes Crack." It just, I cried laughing. Anyway, so
oh boy,
this is what happens when you allow a Philistine such as myself, because I am not a geek, watch something as beautiful as this marvelous, this visual feast of excellent animation. It's a lot, though. It's a lot to take. It's a lot to take. So, Mark, go ahead and I'm just going to throw it over to the boss and to Clobby, and I just want to say, Captain, my captain, Chief Engineer, have you ever watched Rock and Rule, also known as Fievel Smokes Crack? Do you know anything about these animators or this particular style, or is there anything you guys want to say about Rock and Rule?
Well, no, I never bothered to watch it. It played. It had a limited run here in the States, and I remember there was a comic book adaptation. I don't know why I remember something like that. It figures, but it was never something that interested me. That or American Pop or any of these. I like Nelvana. Okay, of course, they're I think their biggest claim to fame was the Star Wars Holiday Special. They're not an Amanda Bear, but nah, it's just not the kind of thing. It's not the kind of thing I would it ever interested me personally. So it's not something I would watch. But again, I've heard, I have friends who like it, but I've never really looked something that interested me personally. But just me.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Clobbers? Was it? It's like when I showed my son Jonathan Livingston Seagull. He was quiet for a moment, then said, "Yeah, they really did do a lot of drugs." Michael Beacom says. So, yeah, I know. Achille Chow, Roll Tide.
Achille Chow.
But no, it was never something that interested me personally. But I know a lot of people like it.
Further to that, Michael Beacom, apparently from what Hungry Boy was telling me, this film is often dismissed without people even watching it because because of the psychedelic aspects of it. But he was sort of pushing me when we were talking through the film, and he was like, I think you're going to be pretty impressed when you see some of this animation and just the quality of this animation. And I think it was really brave of him to try and show me something that would push the boundaries of what I normally watch. Unfortunately, it just wasn't my cup of tea.
I have got to give credit to someone in the chat that just did something that I've never heard, and I don't think has ever been said by anyone in the history of the entire universe. And that is our good buddy Brian Hepburn. He says, I love the Star Wars Holiday Special. Don't be hating. Well, I just had mentioned it because of Nelvana. I didn't even. However, I got to admit, Brian, which is perfectly fine to love anything, but I got to tell you, I've never heard anyone say those words in that sequence. Then the word love, then the word thee, then the word star, then the word wars, then the word holiday, and then the word special. All in that sequence. I've never ever. And maybe someone else has. I'm not saying it's impossible. And I love you, Brian. But I've never heard. I've heard people say it's fascinating, like watching a train wreck. But
oh boy, this is terrible. Look at this. Look at what he just put up.
What?
Look at the comment.
I also love Kiss Meets.
Yeah, but a lot of people love that one. Yeah, but a lot of people love that one.
I know, but that's crazy.
No, you will meet a lot of people that will say they like those Kiss movies, TV movies.
Oh, that movie is so horrible.
Oh no, Classic Comics is coughing in his elbow. He's trying to cough over liking this stuff. This is your confession.
You guys can't like the singing scenes in the Star Wars holidays, but Art Carney and no way. That's inconceivable.
As my friend Donnie likes to say, it's not even a judgment. I'm not judging you for if you love the Star Wars Holiday Special. I'm simply saying.
Which cut did they see?
I'm simply saying I've never seen those words strung in that sequence before. Did not think I would live long enough to see anyone say that. They might say, "Oh, I love watching it because it's hilarious." I'm just saying, Brian, and I want to congratulate you, sir, for doing something I thought was impossible. Sorry, I derailed. Good.
Beatrice Arthur starts to sing. I mean,
oh boy,
my God! I mean, he's a great comedian, but please.
Well, the main creature that's a dog in this, it looks a little bit like B. Arthur for sure.
Hey, Six is here.
Six.
Hey, Six.
Hey, sweetness.
She says, I love the prequels. Nothing wrong with that. I like them. The Backstreet Boys, I'm a guy, so of course I can't. And Twilight even. And I don't like the Star Wars Holiday Special.
No, it's better than that.
I love you, Six. Oh, God, you got
to put that back up.
That is the most. That's fantastic. I love
the prequels, the Backstreet Boys, and Twilight. And even I don't like the Star Wars Holiday Special.
I think Six wins the evening.
Six, you nailed it. I mean, Brian did something I didn't think possible, and then you topped it. I just wowzers. Thank you both, Brian and Six. I mean,
okay, so getting back to this film, I would like to say this. I love HB, but this is clearly his art coming through. This is it's extremely clear that he loves fine arts. He's a trained painter. He's a retired comic book artist. He's even been involved with developing RPG games. This is a man who knows his animation and loves his animation. So I love that he showed this passion flick to me. This is a part of his job. It's a part of what he does. This is a part of the geekdom, and different people gravitate toward it for different reasons. HB made it very apparent to me that He wasn't advocating the drug use or anything else in it, or even its psychedelic aspects. But man, he was having like a geek-gasm every 30 seconds over the animation. He really likes this animation style. He liked its delivery here, and he really argued for this piece for its artistic merits. And so I thank him for showing it to me, even though it's not my cup of tea. So I'm just going to say that if you are a new geek and you really like cartoons and you want to see some incredible animation curated by someone as talented as HB, then you have to watch Rock and Rule. I'm personally renaming it An American Tale, Fievel Smokes Crack. And I'm giving it a 2 out of 10.
Well, it's a fair cop, but society is to blame. Oh, well, there you go, folks. That was a rock honest review there. And we've learned things here that I never thought I would ever learn in this one. Wow, Brian, dude, you do you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Brian. Okay, if you like that, God bless you. As the late great Carrie Fisher said, when she wanted to clear people out of her house, she would put the holiday special on her projection TV and turn it on 11. But yeah, I mean, everyone always says the Boba Fett cartoon is good, but as a kid in 1978 when that came out, I was extremely disappointed. What was going on here? I was waiting for space battles and Luke and not what we got. But and Art Carney, like, why is the honeymooner on this show?
I just want to say to Hungry Boy, you have nothing to apologize for, and certainly I am not just simply showing you respect. It's amazing to me, and I'm being very sincere here. I'm not being patronizing at all. It is amazing to me when somebody has a very cerebral reason, and it is directly linked to craft and craftsmanship. And so they find these beautiful exemplars of the different things that have shaped, their drawing, their tastes, things that have that they've rejected and embraced about industry. And so I think that it's remarkable that he knows about this film and that he decided to share this with me. So I'm actually being totally sincere. You do deserve respect, and I love you very much, and you are a true craftsman and a preternaturally gifted artist, and I'm so happy that you showed this to everyone.
And Hungry Boy, the next segment is going to be Star Wars: The Holiday Special. You're going to ask Raquel to watch that again?
Everyone should have to watch that.
No, I'm not watching that crap.
Oh, thank you so much, Gap After Dark, for the member chat. Thank you, Mark, for putting that up there. At the club around on level 3 months. He says, one of my favorite shows on YouTube. Thanks. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I'm at a loss for words. I'm flattered by that. I want to be, if I can be anybody's favorites on YouTube, then I'm doing something right, which, come to think of it, I never do anything right. So now I have to question you. I'm just kidding. Gap After Dark. Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Very nice comment.
Okay, so let's move on. We're moving on. Rolling. Keep that clobby rolling. Rawhide.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have some super fun. So for all of those who are out there in Radioland, in the Radioland version of this marvelous show, I know you're at work, you're in the car, or you're lying in bed and you couldn't be bothered to be in a chat or watching a screen. You're done with it. Well, that's okay. I know. I love you. I'm here. The next thing that we're reviewing is Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger.
The Eye of the Tiger. Sorry.
I didn't know Rocky was
rising up. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll describe the poster to you now. It's very important for you in Radioland version of this show to realize that there are a lot of posters for this particular movie. This one is the one that I thought was the nicest. So in the background, we have like a half the top of a round or an oval mirror, and we have this beautiful tiger's head with the huge eyes, and everything else is all cut off, and it's got this sort of wheel of magic. It almost looks like a bracelet around the what should be like an oval shaped mirror. And then we have these beautiful frozen saber-toothed tigers, and they're white. And then we've got a minotaur, and we have an old hag casting a spell, and we have a giant bee and a walrus and a bunch of guys fighting. And then we have Sinbad in the front with his weapon drawn, and he's got the Dr. McCoy shirt on, which is, the collared shirt, very disco style, but only 2 buttons are done up on the bottom, just above the belly button. And it's just a beautiful poster. But there are a lot of these to be watched, to be had, to be seen. So, and this one was just my choice. So I am going to be reading from Wikipedia, the marvelous folks at Wikipedia, about Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger is a 1977 fantasy film directed by Sam Wanamaker and featuring stop motion effects by the great, I'm adding that,
The great
Ray Harryhausen.
Yes. Hey,
yeah,
Cardinal
that's
Sin.
awesome.
Hey, Cardinal.
Hey, my friend. Thank you so much, Gilly. It's very kind of you. You're too kind. He says, for 1999 super chat, appreciate you, buddy. He says, here's some shackles. I think he means shekels toward the cause. This is one of my favorite YouTube shows. Oh, man, thank you. Hands down. Thanks for all the information, research, and knowledge. No, thank you, Gil. You were too kind, my friend. It's really good to see you. And thank you, buddy. I hope you're doing well, man. And I hope we can hang soon. And oh, my goodness, look who's here. And they call him Scuba Pete. He's on the toy beat. When he plays the maracas, he goes chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom.
Well,
good to see you, Scuba.
I do have to say thank you to Cardinal Sin, who is a patron on my Patreon. And I do have to say thank you to Scuba Pete, who is not only a patron on my Patreon, but is somebody who has always backed my work and just been a great friend to me. So welcome, gentlemen. And thank you so much for supporting our show and for just being great friends to us. Okay. The film stars Patrick Wayne, Taryn Power, Jane Seymour, very young Jane Seymour,
Hubba.
and Patrick Troughton.
Patrick Troughton, the second Doctor. This is another Doctor Who. 2 Doctor Who's have been in this thing, and I love Patrick Troughton. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you there, number 1, but
that's okay,
I had to point out that Patrick Troughton, the second Doctor, folks.
Yep.
Good.
Okay, and please keep on interrupting me like that. That's one of the reasons how you got me and kept me, honey, is that you definitely know how to do morning talk radio live, and then I love it when you and Mark go FM radio.
Hey, Maddie's daddy.
I love it, so don't worry. Hey, Steve!
Thor. Yo, bro.
Hey, Maddie's daddy.
Our Thor in Vegas! Viva Lost Wages! Okay, the third and final Sinbad film released by Columbia Pictures. It follows the 7th voyage of Sinbad, 1958, and the golden voyage of Sinbad, 1973. I'm going to read some of the plots. It's going to be weird because this is I mean, in my notes, I wrote it down as Sinbad mythos soup. It really is mythos soup. It's all over the place. It's in and it incorporates all these different cultures and different languages, and so it can be a wreck. So I'm gonna try and get through what this user generated site says. It might be rough. So what do? Tie yourselves to the mast. Tie yourselves to the mast. No static at all, FM, Neon Night. I don't know who you are, man, but I sure love your taste in music. No static at all. Oh, why are you doing that to me? That's going to be such a great earworm. I mean, there's nothing else in my car but Steely Dan, baby. Nothing. Okay, let's do this. In the kingdom of Sharak, a celebration is taking place for the coronation of Prince Kazim, but Kazim's evil stepmother, Zenobia, places a curse on him just as he is going to be crowned caliph or caliph. Sinbad, a sailor and prince of Baghdad, moors at Sharak sometime later, intent on seeking permission from Prince Kazim to marry Kazim's sister, Prince Farah, but finds the city under curfew. Wow, this writing's pretty rough, folks. Sinbad and his men are offered hospitality by a man named Rafi. But during their meal, one of Sinbad's crew is poisoned, and the rest are attacked by Rafi, who is Zenobia's son. Sinbad defeats him, but Zenobia summons a trio of ghouls, which attacks Sinbad and his men. Sinbad deposes of the ghouls by crushing them under a pile of huge logs. And Michael Beacom is given a gift, so I'm going to be quiet as well. Sean Carter from Mars is here, and so
Hey,
is
Sean
Grifter.
Carter. Hey, Grifter. Hey there, Sean. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Thank
Hey,
you, Michael.
Grifter.
You're too kind. I got your email, by the way. We'll show that in a minute. FYI, Ray Harryhausen has plausible deniability for the casting of Patrick Wayne, the son of the great John Wayne. Of course, that was another Columbia choice. We like Patrick, but miscast. I like Patrick Wayne, though, so I'm fine with it. I thought it was, they kept changing actors for some reason, but I hear you, sir.
I think
Okay,
I'm
so-
just going to leave this picture up for the rest of the night. But anyway.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't he look like Burt Reynolds?
I'm not looking at Burt
Wayne's
Reynolds
pretty
there.
cool, but yeah,
Burt Reynolds, you know what I mean? Okay, anyway. Sinbad meets with Farah, who believes that Kazim's curse is one of Zenobia's spells. And unless Kazim is cursed with 7 moons unless Kazim is cured, within 7 moons, then Zenobia's son Rafi will become caliph instead. Sinbad, Farah, and Sinbad's crew set off to find an old Greek alchemist, a hermit on the island of Kaskar, who is said to know how to break the curses. And Farah brings with her a huge prehistoric baboon who is really Kazim, transformed by Zenobia's curse. Zenobia and Rafi follow in a boat propelled by they call it a minotaur. I want to punch it. It's Minotaur,
isn't it?
Yeah. And what's worse is the old hag.
They call it a Minotaur?
No, they pronounce it Minotun. And I complained about it through the whole movie.
Weird.
A magic bronze automaton or automaton. I know that there are British people here.
Yeah. Okay.
Created by the sorceress with the appearance of the Minotaur. So that is all I'm going to read from the Wikipedia about this episode or about this film. First, I just want to say that this film has a very weak story. I wasn't too keen on the story of it, but I will say this. I think this is Ray Harryhausen's masterpiece. It's like he pulled out every trick and every tool and every dream he ever had and wanted to put it all on film. Now, Mark is showing some pictures, but Mark, could we just sort of go through?
Look who's here.
Stunt Rat!
Hey,
Chicky!
Hey, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you for popping in. It's always lovely to have you here.
So you can see the variety of creatures that are done here, the variety of effects. We have a walrus, we have like an ogre, we have and once again, Hungry Boy referred to the story. He said, look past the story. It's actually very intercultural, and he calls it a cultural goulash. And so it might annoy you a little bit, but just look at what it enables Ray Harryhausen to do, which is to do all of these beautiful creatures, a saber-toothed tiger, this ogre, this minotaur, the baboon, the miniaturization of the hag, these marvelous alien skeletons that happen at the beginning of the film. They look like a cross between an alien and some type of insect in a humanoid body form. So it's like a full human skeleton. and just a giant bee, a huge bee, and just it's just beautiful. It's a feast for the eyes. So I want to say this. I'm not sure if the soup works. I'm not sure if I like this taste of goulash, but I will tell you that it works. It works in featuring the amazing mind of Ray Harryhausen, and so for that reason, I think this is a must watch film. I would watch this film again. I would get out the 10 or 15 layer buttered popcorn and the M&Ms and the cherry Pepsi, and I would sit in front of the TV and watch this again and again and again and again. Ray Harryhausen is a genius. He is a genius. And what he does with your mind and the way that he just captivates your imagination and just makes you feel like you're in a completely different world is a truly amazing feat of storytelling. And he is a treasure to humanity. So must watch. And now, yes, that's where the baboon gets killed. And now I'm going to turn it over to the captain and to the chief engineer. Captain, my captain, mon capitaine. Please tell me, have you ever seen Avatar?
I think I went, and I was young at this point. I went 3 or 4 times to see this at the theater. I can remember the exact theater. I'm looking right at the theater now, at the Cortana Mall Cinema in New Orleans. In Baton Rouge. I forgot the city for a minute. In 1979, I think it was. And I saw it multiple times. I love it. I mean, I love this movie. Obviously, yes, it's very simplistic, I suppose, if we can even think of the story. This has got some of the greatest Harryhausen scenes, just as far as this effects scene as ever. I love it. I was fine with Patrick Wayne. I mean, because they always, like a Time Lord, Sinbad regenerates, I guess. And at the time, I didn't know who Patrick Troughton is, but now going back now, I say, wow, I can't believe it's got the second Doctor in there. And I was so in love with her. Oh, my God. The other girl's cute now, but my God, Jane Seymour is just
cute. But yeah, it's tough when you're next to Jane Seymour to compare.
But I want to say that thank you to Cardinal Sin for gifting some memberships.
What a sweetheart!
Yes, he's gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. And I can't see on this side of it, but it looks like on the other side now that I can actually see that that he gifted one to Captain Finity. Let's see.
And Raymond too, I think. Yeah.
And Raymond, are they here?
Larry. Did you know that Larry is such a generous and beautiful person? Do you know that Larry fully backed my story? He's like 100% backer on me on Patreon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, incredibly generous, and I love him so much. And he already had a copy of my book. He just did it for me. I love this human being. You want to talk about somebody who is caring and is really putting his money where his mouth is, where indie authors and indie creators are concerned. This guy he's my hero. I love this person. Larry.
Thank you so much. And thank you. Sean Carter is now a member. Thank you. It's good to see you there. Appreciate you. Lisa. Oh, my goodness.
Lisa's here.
Lovely to see you, my dear. I always love it when the ladies pop in. Good to see you, Lisa. Thank you, Cardinal Sin, again for that, my buddy. I appreciate you. And I thought it was Captain Finity here. Did he pop in or something? Or
I'm not
sure.
Him
mentioned. They said he got a membership.
Did time travel here?
He is a time traveler, so he could be left into another time.
He might be lurking too, like. And that's
anyway,
why
that's cool.
We'll just leave it.
But
yeah, because sometimes people are at work.
I love
and
this.
They don't want to talk.
Yeah, I love this scene with the Minotaur, the Minotaur
Peter
in the boat and stuff. When's the next member stream? It is in February, but I want to find out. I want to work it around your schedule, 6, so you could be there.
Yeah.
Yes, because I want you to be there. So let's see here. Yes, she was terrifying, was she?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so look, I love it. I just love the movie unconditionally. I haven't seen it in a long time. I wish I had a copy to be able to watch it. I have no access to it. One of these days I plan to get these movies again. Just really, you reviewing these is getting me excited to want to go back and watch them.
There they are. Stop.
Yep, there's the
I'm
Targs.
sorry to interrupt you, boss. There they are. There they are.
Yep, they look just like the ones from John Carter, sort of.
Okay, so those are amazing. Like, if you do practical effects like that, I am instantly no longer in my world. I'm not in my world
Right.
anymore. I'm in your world. I never want to leave it.
Claude Selling, hey there.
Hey, Claude.
We
Hey,
have
Claude.
by the way, we have a picture from our buddy Michael Beacom. Let's see here. Hang on a second to make sure it's safe.
Yeah, Peter Mayhew, as he was saying, was the Minotaur in some scenes.
Minotaur.
Well, technically, it's a Minotaur. Michael's right in the because it's a motorized Minotaur, right?
I know, but they're also going to
Kinda like
an
Micronauts.
island in Greece. So, you know, the Minotaur is from King Minos, and that's
Yeah.
Crete, or Crete, as you would say. And so, yeah,
The wonderful.
it's a goulash.
This is Michael Beacom and Cassandra with the lovely and then wonderful Jane Seymour.
Yay! Look at how cute you guys are. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Look at that.
so
Well,
nice.
I'm
to
actually
put
just looking at Jane
faces.
Seymour, but yeah.
Look at you're putting faces to the names. Oh my goodness, you guys
There you
are
go.
a beautiful couple. And look at how happy Jane is. She's a cutie, isn't she?
Yeah, she was big time. Yeah, so absolutely. Nice stuff, dude.
Yeah. Beautiful husband and wife. Amazing fan picture.
Amazing, absolutely.
DJ Ronnie G.
DJ Ronnie G, what's up there? But I love this movie. I want to watch it right now. Every time you review one of these Harryhausen movies, I want to leave the stream and go watch it. But that would be rude. And
That
I love
would be
everyone
rude,
here.
yeah.
So I won't do
You
it.
could
Everybody.
pretend your new computer broke.
I don't have it anyway, though. I mean,
Did you see that Six blew you a kiss? She doesn't do that often. She blew you a kiss, Bobby. It's up in the chat. She put her pretty red lips right on the chat.
Bob is trying to catch it.
Yeah, well, you got to go catch that stuff. She doesn't give
Where?
that
Oh, there
stuff
we
out
go.
often. Doesn't just give that out to everybody.
Kiss back there.
That's right. That's
Six,
right.
love you. She's
God, I love this
well, I love
movie.
her too, though.
I was so sad when this movie was over. I wanted it to go on forever. I
She's
think I even said that to HB. I was like, HB, I don't want this movie to be over. And it's like, it's a
It's so-
2-hour movie.
Oh my God, dude, you're killing me with this. We're gonna get in trouble showing this.
No.
And there's Patrick Troughton, folks, the second Doctor. Wow, looking very Moses.
He does look very Moses
Yes.
Yeah. You
I like
don't recognize
Patrick
him
Wayne.
there yet.
You know, Patrick Wayne wasn't the greatest actor. He wasn't his pappy. I mean, how do you be John Wayne's son? I mean, as an actor, he and his two sons. You know, Patrick did more than the other one did, but they both were in Big Jake with him, which is a movie I love. How you as John Wayne's son even do a movie? Because it's John, your daddy's John Wayne, buddy.
there. I know, but look,
he's
he's
a good
gorgeous,
leading man
though.
type. He's a good
He's
lady.
gorgeous. And
He's good.
so is Clint Eastwood's son. Clint Eastwood's son is just marvelous. I like Clint Eastwood's son as much as I like Clint Eastwood.
Patrick Wayne was, of course, great in Big Jake, but he was also highly underrated as a comedic performance in the movie Rustler's Rhapsody, where he's hilarious in that movie, and he's really good. Patrick Wayne, again, he didn't act a lot because, again, your dad's John Wayne. You're never, but still. Kudos to him. Yeah, kudos to Patrick Wayne for that.
And did you see what Sean Carter said? Would you please put the thing that I starred on the screen for me, please, boss? Because it's very important.
Let's see. Raquel, have you checked Invaders from Mars yet? Oh, yeah, that was there.
Okay, so just so you know, Sean Carter from Mars, I did that for you. And I remembered you asked me, and I remember that Clobby said, yeah. So I did do that. I mean, I've seen the one from 1986, but I did go and watch the 1953 one for this week, just like you all
It's
asked
coming
me
up.
to.
Yeah, I like her even more even now.
Yeah.
But Jane still.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Well, this was after Live and Let Die, too.
A few years after Live and Let Die, and right around the same time as Battlestar Galactica.
And this movie must have gotten killed by another small movie that was out that year, too, right? I mean, it's only made like
Star Wars movie.
Yeah, other years it might have made more money, but this is a bad boom.
Well, I went and saw this a lot.
Yep.
So I would, at least one of us went to see it a bunch of times.
I would watch this, like I said earlier, I would watch this movie over and over and over again. Like, I'm definitely going to be watching it again.
It's the eye of the tiger. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hungry Boy was laughing about the Wisconsin Arabic Sinbad accents. Yeah, they're a bit of a turnoff, but let's face it, like there's two ways you can look at this, okay, folks?
Oops.
I lived as an assimilated Greek, and there was a time when the Greeks were occupied for over 400 years. And so they're quite sensitive about culture. And so you have to realize that I have a mother and a father, God rest their souls, who were Greek nationals, okay? And they fully assimilated and adopted me, and I love them very much. But I have inherited certain things that I believe from those parents. And so, like, I have some issues with the film. The average person is not going to have issues with the film. The average person will actually probably be delighted in this sort of intracultural goulash where they're just throwing everything into the soup and making it seem like we are all one. It's actually quite beautiful and quite wonderful. The accents are bad. The fact that it's totally anglicized Greek, and what's worse is anglicized in this process. It goes from Greek to being like Latin, and by that I mean like Italy Latin, and then it goes to Wisconsin, and then it goes on your screen, and so that you might notice that, or you might not. It's hard to explain, okay? The story is good, but it's just for some people who have sensitivities about culture and stuff, you sort of just wish that it was a little bit more accurate, and you notice the accents, and you wish they were a little, oh, look, there's Paul Stanley. And you just wish that there was a little more accuracy here. But yeah, we called him Paul Stanley through the whole movie. But other than that, a normal person who's not me is not going to be bothered by that. Unless you have parents who are from Greece, who grew up in a small town in Greece, and you're worried about heritage language, and you're worried about preserving your culture due to the fact that your country was occupied for 400 years. If you're not coming from that perspective, this is just great fun, and it's a great story. There's lots of risk. You're actually worried. You don't know what's going to happen, especially to the baboon, to Paul Stanley, I call him Paul Stanley, Prince Chasm, who's transformed by the hag, and you're going to love this film. I'm not being snobby about it. I'm not going to pretend like I'm too highfalutin to watch this. This is gorgeous, and this is a Ray Harryhausen masterpiece. This is a masterpiece in practical effects. It's gorgeous. It's sumptuous. You don't want it to be over. So I want to clarify that.
Nice.
And thank you for that nice comment, Larry. I'll cover up one of the demons. Member chat, so I know that doesn't come through on the StreamYard side. So boost StreamYards for that.
Thank you, Larry. Love you all. Raquel is a doll. Clobby and Mark are cool. Well,
love you, honey.
Mark, I don't know. It's Mark's job to not be so cool, so his contract. I'll take the cool, but I don't know about Mark. No, I'm just kidding. Mark's way cooler than me. Thank you, Larry.
Love you, Larry.
Thank you, Larry. Yeah.
Yeah, and look at this scale, just beautiful. This sense of scale, this sense of things great, this sense of the world is new, the world is alien, our own world is alien. The whole idea of it, it's a beautiful and magical place, and yeah, you got to watch this over and over again.
By the way, a tip.
Sad when it was over.
A tip, because I don't have. If you don't have a copy of this right now, of course, I need to get one because it's been forever.
I think I have it.
It's actually on Tubi. I just saw there. If you didn't have the Tubi,
oh, yeah?
I'm gonna go watch that. I mean, I want to watch all of these Sinbad movies.
Yep.
I think it's in my Harryhausen collection. I'll grab my box. I have like a deluxe Harryhausen set.
Of course, you have. I knew because you told me that you had that before. Yeah.
May I make a request? A humble request?
Oh, you have them physical, yeah.
Can we do a watch party?
Well, that'd be fun, yeah.
Can we do a Sinbad like week or something, or weekend, or maybe we could spread it out? Like, a lot of us are working. I know I've been working a lot of late hours lately. I'm just happy to have a job, so I'm not complaining, even though it's only a part-time job. But I would love to do a watch party, please, with the Sinbad movies, and just get the whole
Yeah.
735 club and the whole Clubby's Clubhouse cruise together. Just smush them together and just watch together. You know,
Yeah. And 6, you'd
17
love it.
layers of butter on the popcorn, M&Ms,
Yeah.
cherry
Yeah.
Coke. Let's do it.
6, you'd love it. That app, that thing that Mark uses for the watch party is really cool. We have a lot of fun. You ought to join us.
Yep.
I'd love to see
Cosme.
a Harryhausen, Cosme. A Harryhausen watch party sounds good to me.
Can we do it?
It's a good idea.
So I'm up for that, and I will actually set aside time for that. I'm trying to write my story for my people on Patreon. I've promised them that I'm going to write a book in a year, and I'm going to give them a brand new story each month. So I really need to get my ASS in gear, and I have to finish the next story that's coming out. It's called Happily Ever After. Sirens has already been released to my Patreon, but Happily Ever After needs to be written for February. I have to have it turned in by February 28th for my Patreon people. I promised them. But other than that, I will clear my schedule because I want to watch the Sinbad movies with the crew.
I'm gonna grab my box set. I'll be right back. I gotta see if I have.
Okay,
I'm
sweetheart.
sure I have it. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
have that.
honey.
I know you. I trust you. Have it. Yeah. So yeah, I love this movie. It's man. I know that was the big year of Star Wars, and I mean, I may have went to see this almost as many times as I went to see Star Wars. I don't know. I mean, it could be anyway.
Yeah.
It's just great stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not Star Wars. I'm not saying that, but still, it's just I love it. So, yes, indeed, and that would be a lot of fun.
Ooh, Neon Knight. Now you're talking. Okay, so you like Steely Dan, you like Clobby, you're a geek, and you like you like geek stuff, and you love butter, popcorn, and grilled cheese. Look, Neon Knight, this is your home. You found your way to your people.
Well, last night I found out. The other night we found out the Neon Knight is from the same basic area that I'm from, and last night found out we're the same exact age.
Oh,
So, yeah. And even used to live near where I live now. So.
that's great.
Cardi said, "Thank you so much, buddy, for the $9.99 super chat. You're too kind as always, buddy." Said, "Clobby, there's a cough button. You know what? Well, what do you mean? Did I cough?
Did you cough?
I didn't hear a cough.
I do know there is one, but I didn't. Believe me, I'm well aware of it and use it whenever I need to. But are you sure you're? But thank you for the super chat, and the information. Thanks for the tip, but I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Did I cough recently?
I don't know.
Well, you know why you don't know? Because I actually haven't, but you wouldn't know anyway because I always use the cough button.
Listen, Lisa said that she would come to the party, and so did Larry, and so did it looks like Stunt Brat would come, and Six can come, and Michael Beacom, like lots of people were going to come.
We'll invite everybody. We'll invite everybody. But Larry, ordered a DVD from Etsy, creator of the 1967 Fantastic Four animated series. I have those on bootlegs because he'll never put them out on regular DVD. Lemon Pie. Hello, Lemon Pie.
Oh, Scooby P's gonna come. Lemon Pie.
I actually haven't had the cough tonight yet at all, so no, I don't understand.
Look at this. What a beautiful box set. Flip it.
Wow,
the other
Jason
way.
and the
Other way.
Argonauts. And,
well, read the.
Wow, that's incredible.
Do you want me to read them all for you, Mark?
Sure, go for it.
Jason and the Argonauts, the seventh voyage of Sinbad, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, the golden voyage of Sinbad, and the 3 worlds of Gulliver.
Great. Is that Blu-ray or a DVD set?
Just DVD, unfortunately.
I gotta get that. No, it's not unfortunate. That's cool, dude. Who needs?
Well, I love Blu-rays.
I like Blu-ray. But did they even do a Blu-ray of that?
I think they did. No, yeah, I think they
probably
did.
Ain't cheap.
As Bill Shatner would say, gorge.
No, it's a beautiful box set. Yeah.
It is.
So let me open it up. So I love, they have that nice,
yeah, my Star Trek stuff has that. I love that film as well. I think it's beautiful.
And then, of course, we go into the box.
Oh, Larry said that it is available on Blu-ray.
Nice. Oh, that's a great.
It is a really nice.
Look at the
box
set.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
So a lot of my DVDs I put away in storage, and I have like a storage container for, like a box, but like some of these nice box sets you leave together and you leave out because the artwork is so
Classic
Come on,
Comics,
so-
dude. I think my head would explode if that ever had ever happened. If Harryhausen had done a John Carter movie, I'd have been the happiest of campers.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have been
I love
one
John
happy
Carter.
puppy right there. That'd be me. I'd have loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Nice.
this
got
is
Jason.
ridiculous.
Greatness. Love it.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Like,
Oh.
you know,
We're getting a full-on geekgasm out of Stunt Brat.
I should have
She's
got
like,
that
nice.
set. Oh, man. I want to get I want to have every Harryhausen movie.
Yeah.
You need to get Valley of Guanji though. I'm the only one that likes that movie. Well, mine like one other friend, but I endorse Valley of Guanji. You're not a full-on Harryhausen fan if you haven't watched it. Come on now.
Yeah, well, I got to get watching it. Beautiful,
Coolness.
beautiful.
I'm not sure how many special features these have. I'm trying to remember when I watched them. Yeah, this
Ooh.
was pretty good. Yeah, so there were
I'm gonna put that up there.
some production notes and things. Yep. And the Golden Voyage of Sinbad.
You seen this one from Larry? I have the first and second laser discs from Criterion,
Nice.
Citizen Kane, and King Kong. Very cool.
Nice.
Those are worth a pretty penny now, but it's all about the collecting, not the. Yeah.
HB is saying that the Jason and the Argonauts film is often considered the best.
I love the Jason and Argonauts. Yeah, that's great. Yep. And here's tonight's feature.
Yep. Oh, that's beautiful. Can you
And
flip it
BH
over?
says there's a 7 film set of Blu-ray region. Okay. Oh, reasonably cool. Thank you, BH. And then HB says, "No, you dang well are not the only Guanji fan, dagnabbit. I adore that darn flick. I mean, I'm that's one of my. I saw as far as movies I saw as a very, very young age. I mean, I think that was like 1970. I mean, maybe 68 or something. Valley of Guanji. Saw that. I still remember seeing it at the theater. That and When Dinosaurs Rule the Earth.
Yeah, this one had some good subtitles, special features. The Harryhausen Chronicles.
That's
and
fantastic.
animation feature. Yep. So that's always
loaded,
fun about
loaded
these.
disc.
Yeah.
Love those. Love the extras.
Yeah, that's what makes it worth getting.
I actually have a
get
pretty
the
good
three worlds
DVD of
available.
Guanji, by the way. Hungry Boy. I have the DVD of that. I think I have a Blu. No, I don't know if I have the Blu-ray or not. I may have the Blu-ray. Cool stuff though.
Yep, well, that's a good movie too. Yeah, so special features.
Yeah, but they're all good.
The featurette chronicles. Yeah, making the Three Worlds of Gulliver. Yeah, so they had some nice special features on there. So it's a nice set to have.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Six.
Jason.
I didn't realize I did that, but I didn't even realize but I guess I probably did. Well, I'll tell you that 95% of the time I hit the button. So I guess Gil's just mad at me for something. I don't know.
I always have a nightmare that I missed the better dust that I missed the.
I'm worried if it works. Like
Cough
you hit the button, and you wonder if it's actually muting you for sure.
Yeah,
hope it
yeah.
does.
Or you forget to hit it. Yeah.
Thank you, Six. Appreciate you. Captain
So everyone
James
go out and
T.
get-
Skywalker.
Skywalker.
Oh, very cool stuff.
Good
Very
stuff, yeah.
cool, very cool. We're very cool.
Yeah. So we have another movie.
We have one more.
One more.
And this is not only due to the fact that I had to work really late, so I couldn't make my Hungry Boy date, but it's also because Sean Carter from Mars, Sean Carter from Mars, and several others asked me, because they know that I have watched the 1986 version, they asked me to watch the 1953 version. And so here it is.
And Raiders from Mars.
That is correct. That is correct. Oh, and the Sinbad movie, I give it a 9 out of 10.
Nice.
It's a 9 out of 10. And I would give it a
That's a
10
fair
out
call.
of 10. Only I just like the Greek stuff to stay the Greek stuff because, anyways, it's important to my culture,
It's all Greek to
especially
me.
language. It's important to my parents who are no
Gotcha.
longer with us, and I love
Gotcha.
my parents. So Anyway, let's move on. Invaders from Mars. And so if you are out in the Radioland version of this show, let me explain to you what's in front of you. I think this is like a lobby card. I don't think it's like an actual movie poster, but I would need to ask the geeks.
It looks like a lobby card, maybe, but
Lobby card, yeah.
because it's the way it's folded, though, you never know. They probably had different size posters back then a little bit. It's not a one sheet. It did this, one sheets are usually,
more vertical,
yeah,
aspect ratio. Yeah, like
I still have a bunch of one sheets. I know there's some one sheet collectors out there that would, but that was a very different time. Maybe they were different back then.
Mm-hmm. So if you were out in Radioland, let me explain to you what this beautiful lobby card / poster looks like. It's just gorgeous. And I think there are a couple of these, but I chose this one because I just think this one is very beautiful. So it's invaders from Mars over the sky, and it's the horizon. And then it's ripped in half, and underneath is all the information. So the top half is all ripped off as though it were a photograph. And it's sort of like a cartoon style photograph. And we have some tanks and some soldiers, and they're firing off the tanks. And then we have these horrible, meathead creatures. They're like big, kind of like the film version of Frankenstein, no brains, just and they're carrying this a beautiful woman who is in an orange dress, red hair. She is unconscious, and there is a strange ray gun with a lot of spheres where it bounces its energy or its light, and this is all invaders from Mars. And then underneath we have photographed in color, and then we have all the stars of the show.
Imagine being in color, yeah.
In color.
She's not related to Helen Carter, I wonder.
Oh, I wonder.
No.
Could you look that up while I read the doohickey?
No.
Find out. Yeah.
No.
Okay, this is the tidbits from Wikipedia. Let's do it, folks. Invaders from Mars, by request, is a 1953 independently made American super cinecolor science fiction film directed by William Cameron Menzies. Ooh, that's an unfortunate last name. Story.
Poor guy.
I would definitely change my name. Start Jimmy Hunt, Helena Carter, or Helena, however she wants to pronounce it. I'm not sure. She's Eastern European. Author France, and Maurice Ancrum. Leif Erikson, Leif the Lucky, like as in the actual Leif Erikson from 1001, who discovered Canada? Probably not. Anyway, and by Hilary Brooke. It was produced by Edward L. Alperson Jr. and was distributed by 20th Century Fox. Awakened during a thunderstorm, youngster David McLean witnesses a bright lit flying saucer disappear underground in the large sandpit behind his home. When his father investigates, he returns a changed man. Soon, David's mother, a young neighbor girl, and others begin to act the same way. Begging the police for help, David's panicked story is heard by Dr. Pat Blake, who takes him to astronomer Dr. Stuart Keltson. Okay, so this is a totally inaccurate depiction of the story because already the information is all inaccurate. Anyway, David soon convinces Kelston, who comes to believe that this is an invading vanguard from Mars. Invaders from Mars recounts its story from the point of view of an older child in an adult world heading into crisis. It was developed from a scenario by Richard Blake and was based on a story treatment by John Tucker Battle, who was inspired by a dream recounted to him by his wife. Ooh, that's where lots of my stories come from, dreams. And it's a crazy scenario. Anyway, I definitely identify with that type of writing. The film was rushed into production to show in theaters before George Pal's War of the Worlds, also 1953, becoming the first feature film to show aliens and their spacecraft in color. And so that's all I'm going to read from Invaders from Mars, 1953. So this is all what is written here on Wikipedia is not true, and it gets the order all wrong. Basically, it's the story of a lovely little boy who is the son of a scientist, but his science, I believe, is more geared towards engineering. And he works at a very secret laboratory. I know this is an international show. Don't bug me about stupid stuff. And basically what ends up happening is he wakes up in this from this dream, and so we know this is a very learned child. He has a very expensive telescope in his bedroom, and he sees this thing happen on the horizon. It's not really in a sandbox. He lives in an area that has different types of substrate, for lack of a better word to use here. There is some earth around, but there is a great deal of sand, but it's not like a sand pit, like for kids or something. And he sees it land, and he wakes up his father, and his father, listens to him very lovingly. His father's brilliant and kind and very tender to his son. And so he goes out and he checks it out. And unfortunately, bad things happen to him. If you haven't seen this film, I almost don't want to talk about what transpires in it because I don't want to wreck it for you. However, I will say this. The 1986 film is campy and ridiculous compared to the 1953 film. This 1953 film is choice science fiction. It is chef's kiss gloriousness. I was taken aback at the story quality compared to the 1986 version. The 1986 version is nothing compared to this gorgeous, gorgeous film. And I just love the ending. Like, I don't want to give away spoilers, but I wish I could talk about the ending because the ending is so cerebral. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to wreck it for everyone. However, you need to watch this. This is a pure science fiction film. There's nothing else in there. There's no crappy romance or BS. It's not ruined by
There's
fantasy.
no kissing?
There's kissing, but there's kissing, and then there's, are you trying to turn science fiction into romance? And the latter makes me want to punch people, and the former is great. Although I don't advocate violence, and I would never punch anyone. I'm just saying shin kicks.
Skip the kissing, please. Yeah.
Yes. So anyway,
That's kissing again.
Yes. Kissing and sex are fine. Just don't turn it into like a sex movie or into a romance movie. I hate it when they do that. Don't switch the genre on me. I'm here for the science. So this is pure
a kissing
science?
book. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, is this a kissing? I'm going to say that from now on. That's brilliant.
You have to watch The Princess Bride, Raquel.
It's a Princess Bride thing.
You
Sorry.
have not seen The Princess Bride.
Okay, well, we're going to have to do a watch party.
You got to fix that. Yeah.
But continue. Sorry.
This little boy is so sweet and so cute and is such a wonderful little man. He's such a manly little man, and he's just adorable. In real life, this little boy just needs little smooches, and he just needs to be spoiled with like the big steel Tonka trucks and expensive telescopes and all things wonderful. This kid is a full-on nerd, and he is just well-behaved, intelligent, kind, thoughtful, inquisitive. He's just a marvelous young man. And this is the kind of thing we should be showing our children today. This is the kind of thing we should be raising our children on. This is a marvelous movie. I will watch this movie over and over and over again. It is now going to become a regular part of my repertoire. Just fabulous. And I wish I could say more, but I don't want to spoil it. This is not the 1986 movie. This is profound and cerebral, and the ending will blow you away if you reach for how profound it is, and what it states and what it claims and what it is evocative of. And so I love this whole idea of writing from the dream state. And I did not know that prior to reading this. And I now really, really love the person who wrote this. I write the same way. John Tucker Battle, story by John Tucker Battle. Is he the one who wrote it? I think it is. Oh, I forget who they said on here actually wrote the story, but It's beautiful. You need to watch this. This is beautiful people talking about science in sciencey ways, and then things go awry, things go sideways, and you think you know what's going on, but you really don't. And then in the end, you're so satisfied, you're so intrigued, you're so inspired. It's beautiful. Must watch this. And now I'm going to turn it over to Captain. Captain, my Captain, mon capitaine. Tell me, have you seen Invaders from Mars, 1953?
Yes, back in 1953. No, it's not that long. But no, it's been like since the 70s or 80s, and it's great. And now again, as so often, and I'm a broken record with these, you make me want to go back and watch these again.
Mhm.
And so I would love to go watch this. I'd love to watch this one again. It's a classic. I never even bothered with the remake. I know Tobe Hooper made it. Not a big Tobe Hooper fan personally, but you know, people like him or whatever. So I never even saw the remake, but I've seen this.
That was more of a camp movie, yeah.
Yeah. And I would love to see it again.
Look at that sweet little boy. Whomever his parents are, they must be very, very proud of him because he's just a charming, wonderful little boy. Yeah. And
Well, I
Mark.
think it's these costumes don't hold up, but
Oh, they're wonderful. For 1953, they're marvelous. Wait until you see them bumbling around inside of their ship underground, and you see the weapon. Anyway, tell me, have you seen this one before, Mark?
I've had to have seen this one, but I think it's been years and years. You know, probably like since the 80s since I saw this. But yeah, I remember in the kid. I think was there a truck chase scene in this movie? Or mixing up my
Not really.
No, that was a different 50s movie. I'm thinking with Martians or aliens. Yeah, with a kid. I'm trying to. I think I mentioned that last week. But you know, you try to remember scenes that were in movies, and you're trying to place them. But yeah, Rick, have you seen a lot of old 50s sci-fi before the Hungry Boys started this with you, or is this all totally new to you? Or
well, this is totally new to me because, like I said, okay, I'm going to make a confession for those who are new around here and don't really know that much about me. I was a part of the learning log or the reader's log at school. So I was the weird kid who, starting from a very young age, signed up for the community initiatives here in Canada in public and Catholic schools to have an account. So you sign up for this sheet with your school principal, and you are asked to read a certain amount of books. And so you choose whichever books, but they have to be at a certain learning level, and you complete them, and then you get them signed off by your teacher. And so I was a voracious reader who signed up for the library log or the learning log or the reader's log, whatever it was called in your school. I was the weird kid who signed up for that. So we moved to Alberta when I was quite young, and I'm from Ontario. And I used to go out into the wheat, in the tall wheat fields, and I used to read these books. And so I just read. And the only other time I sort of watched television, because we didn't have cable. We only had 2 channels or 3 channels, but one was French. The only time that I watched television was when we were in a hotel. I grew up in a band. So there were usually like cable type shows and syndication shows and things like that. So that's where I got to watch Star Trek and stuff like that. But I spent most of my childhood in a wheat field reading for the learner or the library log, and collecting pond samples and putting them under a microscope. So I didn't get to see all this stuff that the geeks see. And this is one thing that I mean about the difference between nerd culture and geek culture. It's not that I'm being a smartass by pointing out the difference. It's just that the two things are different. So as I've been hanging around with more and more geeks, I'm falling in love with your culture. I think your culture is cool. I want to know more about films. I want to watch this kind of stuff. I think it would be a great deal of fun. And so I've been on a journey to watch more films to be more like my geeky friends.
Well, we applaud that. Yep. And I used to read. Oh, God, I think at one point we had a small library in town, and I read every science fiction book in the kids section. For younger ages. They're like 100 books there, whatever. Asking the library, are there any more? It's like I read every one of them. Then we had like a book contest in school. Like you had to put on like how many. The teacher was trying to get kids to read books. I'm like, well,
That's right.
I usually read 2 to 3 books a week.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? I'm
Yeah.
like, well, we're having and I didn't want to do the contest. I'm like, this is ridiculous because I'm already reading like three books a week or
But
whatever.
the contest was good because
Yeah.
so if the Scholastic team came or the library truck came, you could get free books. And
Oh.
I had a pretty impecunious childhood. I grew up in abject poverty, so I really enjoyed getting free books. That's number one. And number two, there were some very special teachers throughout my childhood who actually donated the money so you could get a sponsorship. So a few times we would go around for certain years in school, and we would go around to the different townhouse complexes, especially the low rentals, the government buildings and stuff. You go around and you ask somebody to sponsor you for a penny a book or whatever. And then you go around, you collect all the money and you give the money to charity. And so I was like, I'm on board. Let's do this. I'm reading all this stuff anyway. So
Yeah.
that was me. So I didn't get to watch all this cool stuff that you guys watched. I didn't play video games and all this stuff. I grew up in the 1970s, and all I had were books and a microscope and a very dirty pond that I probably should not have been in.
Like Castaway's Pond, yeah. Gilligan's Island, yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
lagoon that
So
was 3 feet tall, filled with muck, yeah.
yeah, so like I'm just starting to enjoy myself. I'm starting to feel like this is a little bit like I'm getting to experience like what Clobby did in his youth, which is really inspiring. Some of this stuff is really artistic. It's really cerebral. It's imaginative. Some of it is just as beautiful as books. Like it takes you to the place as much as a book. Some of them do. Only some of them though. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, man, I remember watching these, on Saturday afternoon, like Neon Night is saying, or there would be in New York area it was Channel 9 or Channel 11, which were the independent channels that would show, or Channel 5 too, which was Fox affiliate. But on Saturdays or normally Saturdays they would be showing. They'd have genre films on, or King Kong, all the Godzilla movies, or there used to be, I think, like even on ABC, like the main network, there was like, it wasn't called an after school special, but it was like an after school or an afternoon movie. So sometimes they'd have King Kong week on, or, Godzilla week, or, different themes that they'd pick for the whole week. And it was on, New York, one of the main channels, but it was, considered quote unquote dead time. In classes, don't forget Tarzan. After in the afternoon, afternoon and the after school, time slots, you'd catch these movies. You just, especially up here in the winter, it's cold. You're not going outside as much, or you play
You mean
football.
down there for me?
Or down there, yeah. Well, it's always cold up there, right? Almost, but you'd or you'd come inside and you'd watch the movie. Just you only had 2 or 3 channels, so you didn't have much of a choice.
That's
And
right.
you'd throw that on, and you'd watch and you didn't have, and you couldn't rewind the thing, or if you caught it halfway through, or like, oh, someday I hope I can see the first half of that movie.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that that's lost on a lot of people these days. But I just want to get to this before I stop talking, because I don't want to eat up everybody's time. But Larry has said
don't say
something
that. Keep going.
that I love with all of my heart, and not only is Larry saying it, but other people are chiming in to echo and amplify Larry. And this is the truth. This is one thing that I came up against when I first started streaming with Clobby, that actually really upset me. It upset me, especially as somebody who is like, basically like a glorified social studies teacher. That's what I do, right? I'm a Comtech scholar. But when I first came to social media, I was really turned off by it. Larry says, I never met a girl who liked sci-fi and comics. And this is actually the truth. Okay. And there got a lot of other people responding. And I bet you all of the girls who are in the chat tonight, who are hanging out with me right now, had this same experience. We liked science fiction and we liked Star Trek and we liked nerdy things. And it wasn't like people are presenting on social media like all girls love science fiction and, oh, this is a girl thing. And that is absolute and complete, utter BS. It is true that the nerdy sci-fi girls were rare. I was always alone in it. It's not like other people thought that it was cool. And that was my experience. So you can imagine my surprise when I get to social media and all of a sudden, like about 15 years ago, everyone wanted to call themselves a nerd or a geek. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm a nerd, I'm a geek, and girls love science fiction too, and girls love comics too. Really? When? I don't remember that. I remember
I don't either.
I remember being shocked that
I married one, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember being shocked that I got to meet people like Lisa. I remember being shocked that I got to meet people like Six. I remember being shocked of having girls like this around me, Stunt Brat. We would all hang out, and we were definitely not in the majority. And so, like when we would sit down on the bus, we were sitting in a pile of boys, and none of those boys were handsome or popular. None of them were. So, you know, I know hipsters have tried to like appropriate our culture or whatever, but it's just not true. What Larry has said is true. And everyone backing him up on it is because it's true. Nerd girls and geek girls are rare, despite all of the pretend stuff that people are doing to get attention. So you're telling the truth, and I love you.
Look, my kids would not exist if I did not meet one of the very, very few girls at CoastCon 1985, and who my now ex-wife, but she liked science fiction and comics and stuff like that, and that's how we met. And so we created two geek kids, but still, for the most part, there were I remember at that con there were all the guys when they saw her and then like a couple other girls walking around, we'd all look at each other like, what, is she lost? You know, and it may sound mean, but we didn't mean it to sound. It was like just didn't really see it a whole lot. You didn't see it. Again, it wasn't. No one said it was impossible, and
no.
But as geeks who love this stuff, we were thrilled. Like, wow, so some girls do like this. Wow, Max Redstone, what's up, buddy?
Maximum Redstone.
So, but it became a little bit more open. For and girls and ladies started going to cons. Like I said, I'd seen ladies at cons before and after that. It just wasn't, like I said,
a lot more now.
It wasn't the norm.
Yeah, but now it's like the Instagram girls, right? And there's a difference between being an Instagram girl and going to a con and being like an actual geek and nerd girl going to the con. And see, this is Six. You're speaking truth, lady. Keep speaking truth. I started going to cons in the 90s, Six says, and it was definitely male dominated. That's true. And also all this stuff on social media that like geek and nerd guys treat geek and nerd girls like crap. It's not true.
That's BS. If a girl walked into the comic book store, she got the red carpet, and how can we help you? And what would you like to know?
100%.
I mean,
100%.
Crazy. Or the guys would be like, the guy wouldn't know what to say.
That's right.
My name is whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was young, a lot of the older boys liked me. They thought that I was pretty and they wanted me to sit with them on the bus. And when I sat down with the pile of nerds, because only the nerds knew what I was talking about, and obviously all I was talking about was Star Trek constantly, all the time, I knew who my people were. But it's not like the jocks and the handsome guys and the popular kids didn't realize that there was a difference there. And definitely the nerdy and the geeky guys always treated me like gold. They loved me because they couldn't believe when I opened my mouth that I actually loved this stuff. And it was rare, and it still is rare. If you're not selling yourself on for money or for metrics on social media, there are a lot of us out there who are real. There are a lot of real geek and nerd girls now, but only because we get to come together and find one another through this great device. But this idea on social media that all girls like comics and all girls like sci-fi, that is complete and utter crap. It's not true. You want to know who buys my books? All of my metrics on my books? 99% of all of my buyers are men, only 1% women. And I love those women. But I also realized that that's the truth of science fiction. It's the truth of being a true geek, and it's the truth of being a true nerd, not just some crap you sell on social media.
Speaking of the ladies, the lovely Mrs. Dadman is here, and of course her lesser half, because she's the better half. Let's face it, Dadman. Dadman walking. What's up, buddy? The Dadman clan are here, and Six says, like Six says, she says cons are full of gentlemen. I would be disrespected at sports bars, not at cons or after parties or after parties. Yeah, Truth. I mean, look, we were always There's a great scene in Robert Meyer Burnett's film Free Enterprise, which you got to watch one day. Where he's in the comic shop, Golden Apple Comics, actually, and it's when he meets who would be his, I know you don't like romance in movies, but his, romantic interest, and she's grabbing a comic he's about to try to grab, and he says, I need that hardcover because I know you think it would be neat to buy for your boyfriend or something, but I need. She goes, it's not for my boyfriend. Well, who's it for then? Not that it's any of your business, but it's for me. He goes, yeah, but you're. She goes, what? He goes, a girl. He goes, yeah, how perceptive of you, and that's a fun scene. But yeah, it was a comic shop. I mean, Sean Carter, thank you so much.
Sean Carter from Mars.
For Mars, indeed. I like how she says that. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Sean says, my first wife hated sci-fi. After she filed for divorce, the knight came to me and said, you have chosen poorly. My new bride isn't a nerd, but she appreciates the genre and supports me 100%. Love her. Well, I'm glad. I love her too, because I love that. I mean, because she's at least supportive of it. I mean, I have a lot of friends that are married to non-geeks, and I have other friends who are geeks that are married to other geeks. And as long as the non-geek is cool with it and they have things they like, that's fine. That can work. But if they hate what you're into, and I've had friends who are geeks of, like especially comic geeks, but other types too, where they married someone that hated everything that they loved, and like that. I mean, look, tough. You do you. If you hate, if you have that problem, but that's sounds problematic to me, as I say.
Yep. And the thing is that if we allow this to become a part of our culture and we accept this lie that hipsters have appropriated our culture and that these corporations are trying to conflate genre and make us all the same, and all of those wonderful distinct groups, those distinct little cultural groups that we came up with, get rid of all of them and make us all the same, we all live a lie. And we're living that lie right now. Imagine if I had to rely on only women to buy my book. And I was like, I'm not going to write for men. It's not for you. It's for me. Me. Imagine who would read my books. And I'm telling you statistically, I'm telling you the truth. No one. Okay? And that's the truth. Where's all this women support that all these women that are saying, I'm a geek, I'm a nerd. Oh, I'm a geek, I'm a nerd. I love this stuff. This stuff, I'll buy it. No, you're not buying it. You're not buying the comics. You're not buying the films. You're not doing any of this stuff that they're turning into romance novel stuff for you. And so, it's just, if you're such a nerd, if you're such a big geek, put your money where your mouth is. So far, I don't see any changes from when we were growing up. We still live in the Breakfast Club. The biggest differences here is that people now try to pretend they put on snowflake airs like they're super special and they belong to all the groups, or those groups don't exist. Those are negative labels. And it's really, it's all still real. And it's just because hipsters really like our culture and they make a lot of money off of us. They do. They make a lot of money off of us. I'd like them to put their money where their mouth is.
There you go. Daughter is a huge collector of manga, says Lisa. She off the old block. She watches. Mine loves manga as well, and so that both my kids love manga. I'm not into that so much, but I'm glad they got the geek gene from me. So, let's see here. Michael Beacom said, I got to see the model of the 1950s Martin Queen Wade Williams. Has it in his office. But, so that was starred. So there we go. And
I didn't start
that by accident. I think.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Okay. Yep. It was
That's
a good.
great,
That was a
Squid.
nice line though. Yep.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I don't
Christopher
mean to be
Dominguez.
mean or crap on anyone. Please, like I should probably say that before we go any further in the show. But I would just like to say that nerd girls are rare, geek girls are rare. They're precious. They're like diamonds. They're beautiful people. They honestly care about us and our world, and they care about the good stuff that we care about. And you don't have to turn it into a CW movie for them to like it. They honestly just love science fiction. They honestly love science fantasy. They honestly love all of the technical crazy stuff and cool stuff that we love. And we just need to make sure that we hold on to our genre and hold very tight to it, because right now they're trying to turn everything we watch into something for normies, and they're turning it into every genre. You sit down to a movie now, and because they want to make $1 billion or $2 billion or $3 billion off of a movie, it can't just be a comic book fantasy. It's got to be an action movie. It's got to be a science fiction movie. It's got to be a romantic movie. It's got to be a comedy. It's got to have everything in it, so everyone, billions of people, will watch it. And when something becomes everything, it becomes nothing. And I don't want science fiction and science fantasy and comics and all this stuff we love. I don't want it to go away because the normies decided to turn it into normie crap, and now no one wants it. Let's not let that happen. Let's hold on to our culture. We have a nice, cool little culture here. Don't let the hipsters take it from you. Don't let the normies take it from you. Just tell the truth, and don't be pressured to lie to make people feel better about it.
Christopher Dominguez, welcome.
Welcome, yeah.
Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. So, yeah, look, no, I actually believe that they're more than people would think. But, yeah, I understand that they're also rare. But we've, you go to a con, there are a lot of ladies there. And, I don't question them whether they're, I don't go pull rank on them and look for their bona fides. But I mean,
you're looking at something else.
No more that I do it with dudes, because when I can talk to somebody pretty quickly and know whether they're a legit geek or not. Anyway, and it can be even if they're into something I don't know much about that I'm not really into. I can hear them talk about something I don't know much about, and I can still kind of vibe if they're a true geek or not.
Yeah,
or if they're just kind of being trendy and.
I love the cosplay, but yeah, the cosplayers. But
the cosplay is fun.
Also,
that's almost a subgenre of geekness. I mean, they're having fun, and they, Yeah.
But I think it's also important to say too that you can have differences, and the majority of people skew a certain way. Like for example, in engineering school, my sister was there as a ME, mechanical engineering. She's like, there were 5 girls out of 100 in the class.
Yeah.
So whether that's right or wrong, it's just the way
it is.
People choose, and what more guys are reading comic books. I mean, that's the facts, Jack.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't mean you can't have a female or lady who wants to read comics or can't get into comics. It's just but so that's why comics are traditionally catered more towards guys. Of course, one of my favorite all-time runs, I keep saying, is the Spider-Girl run by DeFalco and friends. But I mean, so what they're changing, or Kelly, what you're saying too, is the movies become cookie cutter movies where there's no imagination or risk taking, and they just have their generic formula where we've got part A, part C, part D, part E, and it has to be in there. And there's no risk taking, and we just got this formula. We're gonna spit this sucker out. And the movies initially were great. I mean, there's no doubt they're great, but now they're just movies by rote now, and there's nothing creative about them, and it's just boring. I haven't even seen the new Wakanda film, and I guess it's streaming next month. Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll put it on in the background, but it's that's a great point that you made. But it's also important to reiterate it's okay to have your little groups, and
it's okay.
The D&D players, and that we hung out, we were the geeks and the nerds. We played D&D. We love Star Wars. We're trading our Star Wars cards. If those jerks only knew what that blue series is worth right now, the Star Wars cards that are making trading in at lunch, right? So
No.
that's you know, but of course you want to have things, you know, but the funny thing is too that people are always asking me about, you know, like on Facebook, or they're posting about Star Wars or comic books. Like everyone knows about comics and toys and things now. It's like, you know, so it's part of the everyday culture now too. So it's changed a lot.
It has, but imagine if all of those people who are pretending on social media because they want to be a part of like this hipster crowd, these fake, you know, geeks and nerds. Imagine if they actually put all their money where their mouth is. And I think that's something that is key here. So I'm going to lay down the law so that nobody can put me into a basket of deplorables. I'm from the left. I voted for liberal for over 30 years of my life. I'm a woman. I come from abject poverty. And because of, you know, speaking Greek in public and stuff with my parents, I have been told, go back to your country or speak English. So I am not who people think I am when they look at my picture. Okay. And I would just like to say right now that I would love it if all of those people who say that it's for them too, if they actually cared about it and actually bought my books and actually bought my stories and actually supported science fiction, if they actually liked it. Could you imagine how much money I would make? Right now, I sell books to guys and to a very small segment of super nerdy, cool chicks, super geeky, cool chicks who want to read my stories. But I'm not turning them into romance novels for people. I'm not turning them into comedies for people. I'm not turning them into political propaganda for people. I'm not into homogeneity. We're not all one big monolith so that the corporations can sell everything to every single person with nothing unique or beautiful or artistic. I'm not for that. And so people need to get it straight and get rid of their weird narratives that are complete and utter bullshit. Sorry. Excuse my French.
Merde.
Merde.
Merde. Nia Knight says something interesting here. My sister was born in 1949 and turned me on to Trek in 1969 at age 5. We're the same age, dude. We're the same age. Well, again, see, yeah, I mean, a lot of the people in the early Star Trek, you know, Save Star Trek movement while it was still on the air, that was a lot, you know, BJO Trimble, for example, and a lot of women were a part of that. And there are plenty of women who do love all this stuff, even though
Trimble,
obviously it's rare. I mean, we don't know it's rare, but
well, yeah, and they found out years later that unfortunately the demographic for Star Trek skewed into that, you know, the younger age group that the advertisers covet. So like, oops, we really messed that one up.
Why did we do that? We're dumb.
Ouch.
Remember that? That's funny. Yeah.
Well.
Yep.
And how did Stuntbreak? She said she broke both ankles on a jump. That sounds. Oh,
I don't know. I think
on
she
a
said
roof?
she'll be right back. I want to see that. I think she and Scuba were talking that she has a reel, like a highlight reel of her old stunt.
Get out of town.
Scuba, could anyone put that link in there? We can watch it later.
Yeah.
We can't show it here, but I'd like to see that stunt. Brad, I think she had to go do something. She's coming back. But if anyone knows about that,
she worked
where that link might be
on Star Trek.
She worked on Star Trek TNG. Yeah, that's right. She did. So there you go. Well, that was a good segment of stuff, though.
Yeah.
Sorry that I got on my soapbox, everyone. And thank you, Larry. I loved all your comments.
It's the Clubhouse. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. I just, you know what I mean, though, Clubby and Mark, you know, we talk about a lot about this off air. It's not like we're insincere jerks where we're trying to push them out of loving the same stuff we do. As a matter of fact, we would love it if they love the same stuff we do.
Mr. Angel, yeah.
But you can't take all of our stuff, turn it into something else, and then say it's not made for you. What?
No.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Mr. Angel. Okay, there it is, Scuba. Cool. I want to go see that. Thank you, buddy, for putting that in there.
Okay, so if you're new here, just so you know, Stunt Brat is like an actual retired Hollywood stunt woman, bona fide geeky nerd girl, who just has done a ton of cool stuff. And Scuba Pete just put up a YouTube URL of a stunt that she did.
Oh,
I
wow.
wonder for which movie or TV show. Oh, she's back. She's back.
Hey, Stunt Brat, we're looking at some of your stunt reels there. We can't show them on here, but obviously, but so I subscribe to you though. Please, everyone, go subscribe to Stunt Brat.
Yay!
Yeah. Or if she wants, I don't know if she wants us to. I mean, she may not even want to. May jump.
I don't know if are you allowed. Well, I guess it's up to. I don't know. It's if it's on her channel, but. Oh yeah, I'm watching. I just had the beginning off. Yeah, I'm like, this looks like the Conan tour at Universal Studios, the stage play.
Yeah,
it's her
Very
old
cool.
stunt reel. She said.
Yeah, maybe
Everybody has to
I saw
watch
her
it.
there.
I mean, I didn't want to jump the gun. You're okay to be. It's her old stunt reel. If you're fine with us getting you some subs there.
We love you. You're
Yeah.
just a sweetheart of a lady. Plus, all the nerd and geek girls have to stick together.
Oh, it's not, she doesn't have a channel. It's okay.
Oh, somebody posted it.
Someone else
Oh,
posted.
I got you.
Yay! It's
I got you.
great.
I got you.
She's like, I'm not so
Oh.
techie.
But we see a link to your channel. I mean, it says your channel.
It says Stunt Brat 77 Smith. Is that you or is that someone else?
It automatically gives you a. It's automatically going to give you a channel that you may use if you would like, right? If you have the Chrome and you sign up for it, so it's not like she did it intentionally.
But
Yeah,
there's
you
there's
end
some
up.
videos
Yeah,
on there.
you
Yeah.
end up with a channel. That's right. With,
Exactly.
with YouTube, anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Thanks.
Well,
We'll take a
everyone
look
go
at
watch
later.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's just.
So I got some nerdy stuff to show.
Let's do
Nerdy or
it.
geeky?
We'll
Let's
segue
do
to that.
it.
Let's
Are
do
they
it.
nerdy or are they geeky? I'm just curious.
Well, I'm not. Raquel's here. She'll clarify.
We did this
for
last
you.
night, but this is a rerun from last night, folks, because Raquel hadn't seen them.
Yeah. Well, this is actually the pictures I didn't show, and I'll show you what we could play a game. Of course, one thing I think people already saw. What did Mark buy?
Yeah.
Everyone needs that Batman toast prepared by Alfred in the morning.
Yeah.
Hysterical.
I need that.
And look, and it's in French in the bottom too. It looks like.
Yeah, it must be from Canada.
Yeah, he didn't buy that. This is stuff you just saw. You didn't buy, right?
No, but I do have a Darth Vader toaster that people gave me. Actually, I have two of
Somebody
them.
gave me a Captain Marvel. So I have the Captain Marvel one. I have the
Very
Captain
nice.
Marvel toaster, and when you put your toast in it, especially if you use Dutch Crunch, which is like butter bread, it does the full Caps shield in it.
Nice.
Like it burns
everyone
it
needs-
into your toast.
It burns in the toast, yeah, like
Yeah.
the Batman symbol here. Yeah.
Six
what?
says, can't tolerate people who are lukewarm, but you punster, about Star Wars changing, twisting, perverting the franchise into something that those like me who are depths of hell hot for it don't recognize.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, Six. We've all had so many things
Yeah.
that we love destroyed by these horrible people.
It's true.
It's a shame.
Six is right.
Wow, that's pretty cool. The popcorn maker.
Yeah,
Probably
isn't
didn't
that
make
cool?
lot
That's
of
a cool
popcorn.
gift for a kid. Like I should get that for my nephew or something.
Yeah, but that's not enough popcorn.
It's not enough
But for
popcorn.
one
That is
or
an
two.
amateur amount of
He's
popcorn.
young.
No.
Well, you can
It's like
get
a
two of them.
That's enough popcorn for my chihuahuas. Where's
I
my
don't know, the
popcorn?
box looks pretty big there. I don't know. You tell me I have to buy it and then see how much popcorn it makes. I don't know.
Cool. Love it. Oh,
So this is pretty cool.
this
I
is,
love
by
all
the
these
way, for
signs.
those who don't know, I don't know if you mentioned this. This was at Hobby Lobby. They got a sale on.
Oh.
They got a lot of cool stuff at Hobby
I've
Lobby.
never been to Hobby Lobby. What
You'd like
states
it.
is Hobby Lobby
All over the
everywhere in the
US.
States?
Even I have them. Yeah, I have a few of them down here. Hobby Lobby is pretty cool.
Yes,
Thank you,
Scuba Pete
Scuba.
said.
Yeah.
And this segment is titled Mark's Live Enabling.
Yeah,
Right?
we got a half price sale, right?
Yeah. Now, of course, I had some business up to do that way. Like, and there's no Hobby Lobby close to me. It's like 45 minutes to an hour. I'm like, whenever I go somewhere, I always look at, the goggle maps to see, what's
There you
nearby.
go, Six. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, there's a Hobby Lobby. I've never been to Hobby Lobby. And I walk in, I'm like, I'm in trouble. There's some really cool genre
You got to
stuff
find
here.
the section. Yeah, but if you don't know about it, it all looks like arts and crafts stuff. It's a nice, big, nice place. If you look like all kind of, and then there's this section with a bunch of pop culture stuff. Well, you know, a bunch of geek stuff and different things
Yeah.
out there. But you got to know either bump into it by accident or know it's there, because otherwise this is like a normal, like a store with a bunch of, like I said, whatever types of stores you may have near you that carry all
Like
that
a
kind of,
Michaels, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
do you
see,
know how you call eBay Fleabay?
yeah.
Scuba Pete calls Hobby Lobby Hooby Looby.
There you go.
But
Yes.
of course, this was like the first row I went to. I can kind of like, I can smell, you know, smell this kind of stuff in a store. I went right to it. It's like, now look, check
Scuba
out this
Pete
cool
says,
poster here.
danger!
That's a poster.
Yes,
The
isn't that cool
VHS
with all
is
the
on there?
VHS? Yeah, all the VHS.
I had one of those things like that. One of those boards someone built for me to put my VHS tapes in. One of those,
Yeah.
like that's like one of those. I'd see that's like one of those racks.
But look at this: Gone with 60 Seconds, Bullet, Road Warrior, Mad Max, Cannonball Run, Blues Brothers.
Smokey and the Bandit.
That'd be great for your home theater. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And they're having a big sale right now. This is all 50% off. That's a pretty cool
I'm not
Spidey
sure.
man.
Like that's too much simulacrum. for
Rob
me.
Altus.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's
What's up?
Which one? This one or?
It just feels too Foucault to me. No, the picture of the VHS tapes.
Oh, but it's kind of cool though when you see it in
Good to
person.
see you
It
there,
is pretty
Rob.
cool, I have to say.
Rob
Altus.
Hey, Rob.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I'm not.
I think it's pretty cool, but I guess because I had one of those racks like that.
Yeah, but people
Kellogg's
also
got
love
his credit
Disney
card
World.
ready. See, like this is a fun thing. Like, you know, for your kids' room, if you put it up, see what height they grow to. And I like
that's
this
adorbs.
Spidey. I like the Spidey.
No.
They got Godzilla down here.
Where? Oh yeah. Don't worry, Raquel. He's getting to it.
Spider-Venom.
He's getting to it.
Everyone get your credit cards out. Yeah. So it's more new stuff, but the Batman's not bad. But you know, I'm more partial to the older stuff. That one's okay, I guess.
Oh, you have Michaels where you live, Lisa? We have Michaels
have
here
those.
as well, sweetheart, but we don't have Hooby Looby.
I don't have a wall.
Six, exactly right. Six.
I don't either. I don't have wall space either.
There's always the ceiling. Yeah, I probably
Minimus
won't.
is like that. Minimus has so many books. Oh,
Yep. Look at that. That's nice.
oh, how much is that?
$20.
Shut the
Was it half
front
off, though?
door.
It's half off. Yeah, it's
So it'll be
$20 right
$10.
now.
Oh,
I'll
it's
put the link
normally
in the.
40. Okay.
Why didn't you buy
I'll put
it?
the
It's beautiful.
because I'm out of wall space, and I
What's that Millennium Falcon
I
thing?
should've
Is
down
bought
that
there?
a
I
Millennium
should've bought it.
Falcon?
What's a
Yes,
Millennium
it
Falcon
is.
down there? What is that? Is it like a picture or
Well, no, it's like a wooden cutout of the Falcon. It's really cool.
the top of it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
really
cool.
really. Let me see if I got
Nice.
the. I have
Nice.
the link.
That's cool.
Let's see here.
Love
Where's
that.
the? Here, I got the links here.
Why
Ready.
big
didn't
to be
you
a space
buy
station.
that?
I bought. Well, we'll play the game. What do you think Mark bought at the?
Oh no, he
You know,
bought.
I wanted
Okay.
the.
Are you doing these from the pics so we can guess what you? But I already know what you bought, so I can't guess.
You know,
We'll
yeah,
let
you already know what I
Raquel guess.
bought. Yeah. But Raquel can maybe guess.
Okay,
but
well,
one
guess.
thing I already
You
showed.
Go ahead and guess, Raquel. What did he buy? What he didn't? Did he buy this one?
Yes.
No.
Oh, there's the Falcon.
Oh, cool.
Look at that Enterprise is just so cool. But I mean, you know, I do want to be able to sleep in my own bed. You know,
Yeah,
for the
you want the
foreseeable
couch for this one if he-
future. So,
Did you
I
buy
mean-
the Millennium Falcon? I'm going to say yes.
No, I didn't, but I should have.
What?
I was very
Are you
restrained.
insane?
That is
Isn't that
beautiful. That,
cool?
Falcon is
Isn't that
really
beautiful?
cool. I love that. I might go get that
I
one.
should go
I
back.
got a
Let's go
bad
back.
feeling
How much
about
was that
this.
one?
I don't know what
much
that
was
was.
that?
But I
Go to
guess it was
Lobby
about
Top.
20 bucks. Everything that was about $40. I guess probably like $20. That'd be
It was
great.
all
for
half
the watch.
off.
I should have bought
40%
that.
off.
Why didn't you
Should've
buy
bought it.
the Enterprise?
You're making me feel guilty now.
Baby
Well,
Yoda.
like,
Mark doesn't-
seriously.
No, Mark doesn't have enough
40%
Star Trek
right here.
stuff.
Star
Yeah,
Wars
there's
stuff is
the
only
guide,
40% off.
We need to get you another house so Maureen won't get
Yeah.
mad.
Well, I do have a 3-story building, but we don't need to have any work stuff here. We could just
Wow.
that Fed is
It's
pretty
nice
cool, too.
artwork. Yeah.
So I never knew Hobby Lobby had all this cool genre stuff. So
Right?
Oh yeah, Claude goes all the time and tells
Yeah,
shows the
Death
stuff you got at
Star.
Hobby Lobby. Nice Death Star. Oh wow, I love that Death Star. I hate that
Isn't that
now.
nice?
I actually hate that Obi-Wan and Vader
Yeah, I
one.
don't
It
like
would,
it either.
because it reminds
The
me
show
of the horrible
ruined it.
TV show.
Yep, me too. The Death Star's
Well,
nice though.
The
You
garbage
throw the
over
rest
one
of it away.
Kenobi TV show. Oh, I love that Falcon one up there from Bespin.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to that one.
Up here, yep, yep.
Yeah,
that
it's
is
beautiful.
nice.
That's nice too. Yeah,
And that's a beautiful Death Star.
got the
Yeah,
droids.
the Death Star is totally cool. That would go really well in a theater room, home theater room.
Yeah. Nice.
I personally don't have room for it right now because I have all of the Star Trek movie posters.
Of course. Good.
This
As
would be
it
good for
should be.
streamers, right? On
Well,
air.
Oh,
I don't know, what
that's
is it?
cute. Did you buy one of those?
No, I'm in my own room here. I'm sealed off. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know, but still, that's so cute. I need to
He's got
hang
enough-
that
he's
above
got
my
enough clutter.
door.
He's got enough clutter.
How much is that?
Oh, look at that.
I don't know. I didn't look.
Oh,
This
that's
is-
ruined. It's got BB-8 and that other little twerp at the beginning.
Yeah,
It's got the
crap
beach
on it.
balls crap all
Do
over
was
that.
the worst. BB-8's all
I hate
right,
him.
but
I hate him.
it's the movies that stink. But Do was
Poo-poo.
totally useless.
That would have to
Yeah.
cut. You have to cut part of that off.
Now this is for Canadian Spider-Man. This was expensive. This was 60
the hell is
web
it?
slinging units. It's a shelf.
Well, it's a
So you hang it on your
Spider-Man,
wall.
A Spider-Man
Oh.
shelf. Cool.
Mm.
Spider-Man shelf.
But it has piano hinge.
Zap
so-
Yeah, but it doesn't. It folds up. I don't know why it folds
Crap,
up. But it,
crap, crap.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah, it must do something because it's got piano hinge on
it
it,
folds
Mark.
up. It folds up. But it is a shelf. See
Okay.
the holes so you can hang it on the wall. I don't know why it folds up. Maybe it's
Exactly,
cheaper to make
Lisa.
that
I'm
way.
sorry, Lisa. It's treasures,
Yeah.
not clutter.
You keep
Yeah.
correcting him, Lisa.
And I thought that would be cool to put action figures on, but I didn't buy it.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty cool. Wow.
Gamer,
Look at
game
that.
cave.
Gamer
Wait,
stuff.
wait. Don't switch. You always switch too fast. Wait,
What? No, he was that wasn't fast. What are you talking about?
hold on. No, but
rather
whenever
be
you do the t-shirt cage at the con, you always go too fast. So just wait for this one.
All right. Enjoy it. Yep.
Toy hoarders with the next Mark T with a C, the guest of the next toy hoarders.
I like the fender. Okay, we can keep going. If you're ready, I'm ready.
Yeah, keep going. Defender.
Which fender?
I like the fender.
Defender, the game.
Oh, the
The
fender.
The
one, yeah.
die-cast on the far
The
left.
guitar. Yep.
Well,
Up here, Fender. Yeah, Fender
oh,
guitar. And
Fender.
look at
Well, this would
the
be
Pac-Man.
Nothing quite like
Pulls them
a
in.
Fender Stratocaster, that's for sure.
Cheater's gonna cheat. Oh, the cheat code. Oh, I love it.
Boy.
the cheat
Up, up,
codes.
down, down. Left, down, right, up. Right, up, up.
Oh, we
Video
all did
games
that
ruin
for
my
Super
life.
Mario. Don't lie.
Look, they have 2 left. Yeah.
I don't even game, and even I did that for the stupid Super Mario Brothers. Or
Wow, they
maybe
got
it
a lot
was
of-
just Mario
got all that
Brothers.
stuff.
Maybe it wasn't Super. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Yep. Ford Motor Company. Marines.
Oh, you do,
Space
Rob?
Pro-
That's a nice guitar, honey. I love the sound of the Fender Stratocaster. Maximum
No.
Redstone says
wanna
good
hammer.
night.
All right, be good. Maximum
Good night, Max. Yep.
Redstone.
Oh,
Hope we
that'll
see you
be so
Sunday
nice
night,
for the
Saturday
kitchen.
night, buddy.
That's cute.
Now I want a freaking hamburger. Look how cheap they are too.
Oh, 45 cents. That'd be
45
great.
cents.
I remember when
cheeseburger.
McDonald's cheeseburgers were that cheap. I remember
must
when
be
they
from
were
the
like 35
50s.
cents.
Baroque kind of art, but
Oh, what happened to him?
yeah.
Did somebody take a bike tire to the top of his head?
Oh, Raquel doesn't like it
Yeah.
all. I thought you would like that.
No.
It's not.
It's bad.
Oh,
I can't do it, but it's not the greatest.
The hell's going on
Everybody's-
with that?
Everybody's a critic.
His head looks like an upside down pear.
oh.
I know, but
All
I
right,
love him. And
send
thank
it
you for
back.
making that
He
picture
didn't
for
buy
me. I
it.
love
Oh,
you.
he
You're
bought
such a
it?
good friend.
This is for D Bud, but this is the newer
Yeah, I hate that armor.
Ari Granovov Iron Man.
I don't
But
like
it's a
that
cool,
armor.
Tony Stark would
nice,
like
nice
that
setup
too, I
there.
think.
Too bad they didn't do the Iron Man cover from this
Yeah,
one.
they're like the ones in the background.
Has
better than
anybody
the-
heard from Tony Stark too? Like he was having like huge computer problems.
Oh, I
and
don't
he
know.
stopped
Was he
streaming?
supposed to
and-
pop in?
I don't know. I'm worried about
don't know. I
him
hope he's
though,
okay.
because he's a very sweet person. Well, he's always been nice to me. We're just acquaintances.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just acquaintances. But I'm thinking about him.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Hope
nice.
he's all right. Beautiful.
Oh, see,
That's
I would
great.
put that up in the
But that ain't cheap.
home theater.
But that was is that a big one or like a small, like a regular
Not that one though.
poop?
Poopy Stew can kick rocks. Okay. But that one, I'm all about that one.
That's cool.
That worked for me.
Yeah.
But how come Counselor Camel Toe? Oh, there. Okay, I get you. Oh, okay, you're confusing me. Hologrammies. Okay, I got it. I was like, why is Counselor Camel Toe on with my cat to get her away from him before he gets spurpies? And then I realized it's a hologram.
Lenticular poster. It's very well done.
Oh, okay.
I did a short tonight. Yeah. So
I would only
both...
have to look at it from one angle. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sean Carter from Mars says, I almost bought that, but it changed to Picard.
Welcome, Herc130. He said he saw Tony Stark at the Manorama show with our friends Rancor Steve out there. So
okay, good.
So there you go.
Good.
Hail, Manorama.
Hail to the Herc.
Rancor and our good buddy Gary Ambrosio over there.
Mm-hmm. Gary.
Cool stuff.
Look, I have this comic too, which is funny. It's not that old, but
that's a Secret Origins
yeah,
special. Yeah, that's a great one. Great Brian Boland cover.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Teach me this word, please, because I'm unfamiliar with this word. It's obviously a geek word.
What?
Larry, what is lenticular?
It's sort of basically it's like a holographic cover.
Okay.
In a sense, it's like a not similar to one because they used to do a lot of foil and lenticular covers, a lot of comics, foil covers and different types of different covers, gimmicks. It was one of those gimmicks they used to put on covers. It's not sort of like but not really holographic cover because they used to do holographic covers too, hologram covers with a hologram thing. But lenticular, God, it's very difficult to explain. I have to show you one.
Depending on the angle that you look at, the photo,
it's
the picture, the image
angle
changes
thing.
depending on the angle that you're looking at.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
They used to do
It's an old technology, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lenticular is the right way.
So lenticular just refers to the flat image then, not like, let's say, if you were at an art gallery and it was a large art piece where there was a perspectival shift. This would just be for like lenticular would just be for the flat images?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Thanks, guys. See,
one of those
you know lots of stuff.
There.
One of those stupid 90s gimmicks on comics.
Yep.
Oh, cool caps.
Thank you, Cal.
See, I can't stand the list because I don't like a lot of the costumes. Not like a big fan of the.
Yeah, but I bet you could name every single character in that.
No, he's not going to know who this dog is down here on the bottom.
Cosmo.
There we go. And who's this lady with wings?
I can't see the damn thing. What are you talking?
Oh, it's too small.
I'm joking. Yeah, I'm joking.
No, but it's not that.
Mike knows
are you Cardinal or something?
His it's his screen.
I don't see a lady with wings.
Tiny.
Oh, the wasp on there, or is that's got to be the wasp?
Is that wasp?
Maybe
or
it's some
daughter
new
or something?
I don't know.
Is that
I'm just joking.
daughter?
I'm just joking around. I have no idea. I'm assuming it's wasp, but yeah, with the new costume. Yep.
I thought it might be like their kid or something, but I don't know. Cassidy, but I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway,
I don't particularly like this one.
Sucks. Why is it still on my
Devil
screen?
Dinosaurs.
Why is
it still on the screen?
He's just as bad as me. You show me Spock, I'm like, who bicycle tired his head? You show this to Coffee, he's like, why are you showing this to me?
Where's FF?
Oh, now I'm really pissed. No FF?
There's MODOK.
That's disrespectful.
There's
Trashy filth that up with they've been trying to exclude the FF for years. You gonna tell me there's no Fantastic Four on here?
A poster with no. What the heck?
They've done that before.
And why is
you could
Miles
exclude
Morales
the flagship of the Marvel universe, the ones that started it all. Some jackass commissioned this and drew it. Another one drew it, and they don't put the Fantastic Four on there. That is pretty pathetic.
Dude up here in the back.
Oh, I can't. I keep going out. So I can't.
All right, keep moving. But this guy here below Ego.
He's the jackass that commissioned this thing and didn't put the Fantastic Four on there. Ego's too small, by the way.
Sean Carter from Mars.
Sean Carter, thank you so much. You too kind. Appreciate that. Since we're on genre art, can you share the Enterprise painting I just emailed you? If time permits. I didn't know. I will have to check the email. I rarely check that email unless someone tells me they sent me something, Sean, but you did, so I will check. Thank you so much.
Sometimes we get even worse with HB, when HB and Cowell and Fanti and Clobby and Mark, they all introduced me to a new form of art in comics, or a new technique in comics. And then, oh my goodness, it's literally like being in a university fine arts class. It's so much fun. But yeah, I love it when we go down the rabbit hole of genre art or like fine arts techniques. And we do it often, thanks to all of the marvelous people we have here. Oh, broken cup. Not good. I guess it doesn't have, you break it, you buy it. Right there.
Oh, it is broken. Yeah.
A broken ass cup. Yeah, right, Rob Altus. I was thinking the same thing. Is Red T-Rex a superhero? When? When?
And this is cool. These are knobs that you can replace, your door, with.
Shut the front
Bud
door.
Martin should have this on all his cabinets, right? The classic.
I
Iron
actually
Man.
would. I would probably do
Isn't that
that
cool?
with the Death Star. Look at the Death Star.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those knobs before. I love those.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, you got to have those.
So
But you didn't show the Death Star one at the end. That's the Death Star, right?
that's the best one, actually.
Yeah, like that's the one.
So if I replaced my kitchen with all those knobs, do you have an extra room in the house?
Yeah, but you
Just
wouldn't
kidding.
even notice. People would need to see those up close. If I had a Hooby Looby, I would definitely Hooby Looby. Hooby Looby. Hooby Looby. I would Hooby Looby those Death Stars onto my kitchen cabinets. I would 100% do that.
And look how they got the classic designs here too. So Claude bought this last week. He was showing that.
Clobby didn't even catch on to my first contact.
What?
Ooby Dooby.
So I was trying to find that picture.
Oh,
And I tried to save it, and this computer's not saving pictures.
usually you used to instantly start to sing with me. So you didn't. So I was like, "Where's Clobby?"
I'm sorry. I don't know
Because
why.
I did the Hooby Looby. Hooby Looby.
Sorry,
Save the
Scuba.
picture.
Oh, Scuba, yeah, your new room. Yeah, any shelf, any drawers you have in there, yeah, for the new room. You gotta deck it out. Yep, that'd be awesome.
Strange.
Yeah, and the Star Wars cabinet's got to have that. Yep.
Right?
I've
Scuba
seen this.
Pete's like, "Mark, now you got to go back to the Hooby Looby and get the knobs, you knob." Larry, geek knobs.
This is weird.
Good night, Steve M's
Kal-El?
meeting.
All right, buddy. Take care, man.
Good night. Good night.
It shows that I downloaded them. When I go to download them here to put them on my pictures, it shows they're not there. Why is it doing this?
Nice Captain
Well,
America there.
Right, Scuba Pete?
How much was that one?
You got to go get those Hooby Looby knobs.
Yeah, he's got to do it for his new room, his new tour room.
I mean, come on.
Sean asked to show this, so well, thank you, Sean, for sending it. There's a picture of.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Where'd you get this? Did you paint this, Sean?
It looks like he did. Look at the paraphernalia
incredible.
Amazing.
surrounding it. I believe he painted this.
Sean, is that by you? Let us know if you're still listening. Because that's nice stuff right there. Great work. Love it.
Wish I was that
favorite
talented.
enterprise.
Yeah.
Zathra says that no one is allowed to have his knobs.
Let us know.
Sean painted that in acrylic.
Let us know if that's you, Sean, that painted that.
He did paint it.
Oh yeah,
in
okay,
acrylic.
there. I didn't see it. Okay. Well, wow, that's amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. I love it.
Gorgeous.
Thanks for sharing that, Sean. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Sean. Greatness.
And better than everything at the Hooby Looby. Hooby Looby.
Yes, indeed. Now, Mike, we were talking about this is a coinky dink. You bought this. Oops, I blew it.
Well, people saw it before. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Well-
my kids got my daughter got this for me last Christmas. This very thingy. This 10. It's a 10. It's 10, and you nail it to your wall or whatever. But I love it.
Yeah, I think I
Justice
wouldn't
served
talk to Mark
daily.
ever again if he didn't buy that. Like, no, we can't be friends anymore. Good
Yeah.
day. I say good day, sir. Good day.
That's why I'm like, I don't care how much this is. It's on the corner of my, and there were two left. I'm like, the other one was all scratched up. I mean, it's supposed to be a little weather, but the other one was scratched up in the middle. So I grabbed
Yeah.
this one. Yep.
I love it. You're.
That's so
I
classic.
swear, I love your brain. You're such a cool cat, Mark D with the C. You guys, did you just hear what he said?
What?
He didn't even check the price. He was just, yep, this is going in the
Oh,
cart.
yeah.
Didn't even check the price.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, I had one of those hand carts.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the first thing I wanted to buy was too big to fit. So I'm like, oh, gotta go back and get a push cart now. I'm in trouble. Yeah, crap.
I love those letters.
Steal your cart. You're in trouble.
I love those letters. I've seen
Isn't
them
that
there
great?
before, various types. I got to get those ones.
That's awesome. I was looking for. They didn't have an M, so they
Damn them.
They didn't have all 26 letters. But God, they're great. I mean, look at
We
all the
just
old
need
school
a
covers. In there.
CLOBBY.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll find them. Mine. I got one of these. A Nobby Lobby around the corner.
Yeah, so they're kind of low on letters there, but look how cool these letters are. It's like it's so cool.
Yeah, we need a Clobby.
Oh,
Marvel fanfare. Oh, that's so good.
that's amazing. Those are really cool.
And they're half price.
And
right
they got
now,
great
too.
Somebody was smart enough to put good comics on there, so they're
Old
modern
comics,
modern
yeah.
So it
drivel.
would actually sell.
Yeah, we don't want no modern drivel on there. Silver
Is that an M
and
that I
bronze.
missed?
Silver and bronze.
If it was an
Silver
M, they
and
would have bought
bronze.
it.
Mr. Angel, what's up, Chef? I think we said hello before, but just in case.
Yep.
These
And
are
then
cool
we
right
have
here. I like these.
all the letters. Yep.
I'm serious about those Death Star cabinet pulls, though.
They are cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
and
about
nobody
those?
would even notice that they were Star Wars.
Those are real cool.
Herc 130. I'm serious. Like now I have the earworm because of Scuba Pete saying "Hooby Looby." Now I have like First Contact. Hooby Dooby.
Hooby Dooby.
With
Hooby
Zephyrin
Dooby, yeah.
Cochran. Wahoo wah. Does anybody have any tequila?
Yeah, but
Anyway,
yeah,
I
this
could-
is a 50% off though in some of these cases,
This
right?
is free. No one will take it.
That's eternal. That's because that's
don't
modern
make me ugly
eternal.
laugh on air.
That's crap, garbagey, filthy, poo-poo trash right there.
Took that picture just for you.
Eternals. Ugh.
I'm gonna go back in a year and see if it's still there.
I love it when he calls it eternal.
Eternals. Drivelly, filthy, poopy, crappy, doggy, drivelly filth.
Man cave.
Maggot infested, traveling filth.
My neighbor. This is for 70s. My neighbors are listening to great music, whether they like it or not. I may be wrong, but I doubt it.
These are cute.
Life is too short to be serious all the time. So if you can't laugh at yourself, call me. I will laugh at you.
I like the one to the far left.
This one, beware of. Well, just beware.
Yeah, that's great. It should go on my office door.
Warning, no stupid people. I can't get in there.
You can't fix
You're not
stupid.
stupid. Be quiet.
Man cave.
Spent like 12 or more years in post-secondary education, and you're one of the smartest people I've ever met.
I have no
You're such a
education.
Dingbat. Oh, Midnight's
Midnight's-
Oblivion's here.
Midnight's
Oblivion.
Oblivion. Hello there. Hello.
What essential
mind
oil
is-
makes you go away?
We're just hanging out, chilling at the clubhouse. We're all tonight. I think we're all gonna start talking like Huckleberry Hound. For some reason, I don't even know why. Now we're gonna stop.
I love Huckleberry.
My mind is
Hound.
like a browser. 30 tabs open, 5 are frozen. I have no idea where the music is coming from.
That's cute. Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Midnight's Edge. It's about nothing but chaos. It's the clubhouse is always about chaos.
This
I
is
love
for
that
you,
Godzilla.
Hunger Boy. This is for you.
I
This
love
goes
that
on Hunger
Godzilla
Boy's
You
wall.
song. That's
Isn't that cool?
greatness. Yeah.
I almost bought that. I
HB
almost bought it.
loves that. Oh, he tried to show me the. I want to pronounce it Gojira. Is it Gojira?
It's Gojira, the
Gojira,
original pronunciation. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he was going to show it to me, but it wouldn't load, and
Ezra.
it was saying that it was removed. So that was kind of sad.
Oh.
But we're going to watch it eventually. Shalom,
Ezra Goldstein. Shalom, my friend.
shalom, my wonderful friend. It's so good to see you.
Hey-oh. Hey-oh. Did you see there was some stuff, some other comic stuff on that other row?
Who just said they like Roy Orbison? Who said that?
Well, who
Donnie
doesn't? But
Pearson. I
yeah,
love
Donnie
Roy
Pearson,
Orbison.
yeah. Ooby dooby ooby dooby. Yep. Pretty woman walking down the street. I love that song.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. You're not the truth. No
Oh.
one can look as good as you.
I loved him.
Ow.
Wow.
Sean
Outsaid once the
Carter.
graphics were terrible.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Sean Carter, for the $2 super chat. Nice first contact reference. Yes.
Oh, you're very
it
welcome.
was. Thank you so much, Sean. You're too kind.
Ooh,
Bad
ooh,
walks on the moon.
this is cute.
Have you seen Dumb and Dumber, Raquel?
Why would I ever watch that?
Because it's
Somebody showed
hilarious.
that to me,
It's
and I was
hilarious.
like, nope.
That's hilarious.
You
I'm
gotta
just thinking
watch
of the
it.
bar
It's
scene,
funny.
Mike,
Just
right? With the
kidding.
bar scene.
It is
We
funny.
finally made it. We finally got
made
to the moon.
I don't like that guy, and I also don't like the other guy. The guy
Jim Carrey
from the,
or Jeff Daniels?
I don't like either one of those.
Doesn't
idiots.
matter.
Wow.
That movie is one of the
But
greatest.
I also don't
pieces
like
of-
the
of
guy
cinema in the
that
20th
the
century.
Offspring likes, Clobby, and I told you about this before off air. The Offspring and Andrew love that idiot from the, what's it called? Talladega Nights.
Talladega.
Oh, yeah.
What's that
guy?
idiot's
Will
name?
Ferrell?
Will Ferrell.
See, I don't like Will. I can't stand him.
He's a dingbat, and so's the other
He's a
nincompoop that
Jim
is
Carrey has
always in
been
his
funny
movies.
before.
Oh, Dumb and Dumber is
I
one
love.
of the
I mean,
greatest.
he's Jim Carrey's a
greatest
jerk.
things.
Jim Carrey's a Johnified jackass, but he used to be really funny.
Mike, do you think there's a chance that Raquel might like Dumb and Dumber?
No.
Yeah, she would, but I don't think she should watch it.
1 in a million, maybe.
Well, I'd have to give her a series of tests before I know. There'll be some certain tests. For example, well, all right, you know how they talk about, when we were earlier talking about how few women do something, and in this case, it was geek stuff. And we made there's a far more rare thing, that women universally despise. And I've never met a woman that loves the Three Stooges.
Oh, I love the Three Stooges.
Oh my God, that's not possible. You're lying.
Yes, I do love the Three Stooges. They used to come on after Abbott and Costello up here.
Slightly. Yeah. Well,
Yes.
that's okay. So you're number one, the first one we've ever met. It's not the first tonight, folks. You ever notice that? Because women usually hate them.
Yeah, well, I would think so too.
yeah.
What is this? Where there's somebody said something really cool here, and I just wanted to address it. Now it's gone. Oh, Larry. Yeah, Larry says the Wilburys. He's referring to the traveling
Traveling
Wilburys,
Wilburys,
and I
yep.
absolutely loved that super group. I play that on my Spotify
Great, yeah.
all the time. That is one of the best super groups. Love the traveling Wilburys. Love them.
Lisa, are you telling me that you too like the Three Stooges?
I'm not surprised. This is what I mean.
Because we're going to change the name of the show from Clobbering Times to Mythbusters.
It's not Mythbusters.
If we get more than three, Larry and Curly. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Ship's not as great as Curly, though. Come on. But anyway, wait a minute now.
Don't forget Shemp. And the thing is that it's not like when I meet another nerd girl, and not like a social media nerd girl who's like, I have followers. I mean, like an actual nerd girl in real life.
Yep.
I know immediately. And Lisa's the real thing. So is Six. So is Stunt Brat. And so is Mrs. Dadman walking. These are chicks that you can actually hang out with where you make a reference. They're like, oh,
Wow.
It's true.
So I've met now 2 women in my life, and they're right here. One's on the show with me, one's in the chat. That like the Three Stooges. My mom used to refer to them as those idiots that you kids you watch. She used to yell at us for watching those idiots. And there's a great TV show that I'm in to talk about one of these days. And have anyone ever seen the TV show The Pretender?
Mm,
I've seen that.
The
Yeah, not all
90s?
of it, but yeah.
maybe. I'm not sure. It sounds familiar, but I don't know.
They broached that question about the Three Stooges in an episode of that. We'll have to talk about it one day because it's a great show. Oh, I love the Marx Brothers, Lisa. I'm a huge fan, but that's not like the Three Stooges. Whereas this has at least this running joke that all women hate them. Whereas some women, like the Marx Brothers. Of course, I hope so, because the Marx Brothers were the greatest of all. But my mom said the same thing about them, says Sean Carter. Oh yeah, those idiots. You like to stop watching those idiots.
Right,
Well, of course
Stunt
they're
Rat?
idiots. Of
I
course they're
totally
idiots.
agree with you, honey. I got you. I got your 6, baby. I know exactly what you're talking about.
These Bandai model. Well, I got the scene up, the screen up. The Bandai kits are phenomenal. I bought a few of these. Really
Wow.
well detailed. Fantastic stuff. I mean, really,
What are
really
they?
great.
Yeah,
Model
Battle
kits,
models.
but
they're model kits.
But they're from Japan, Bandai, and they're super high details. Really, really well done.
You know, I love model making, but I like model puzzles, and I like the really advanced ones.
Oh my, that looks like the old Johnny Lightning ones. I have that Racer X car.
Racer X, right?
But my Johnny
Speed
Lightning
Racer.
one that looks better than that one though. Why is it $19.99?
I don't know. I was looking at the
Holy
prices.
mother of God!
It was a slot car. It's a slot cart. It rides. It drives.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I have the
Yeah,
Johnny
so-
Lightning, it looks way better than that. So I love
that's
or
pretty-
love Racer
yeah,
X.
it's the slot. So that's be fun to have a
Okay.
slot
They got
car.
no
that
Mach
you-
5.
They're all locked up. So there should be a Mach 5 in that set. But
I was thinking to say, man, that car. That's there you go, Raquel.
Oh God!
Make your guess.
Wow.
That's a model kit.
If you didn't buy that, like I don't want to know you anymore. I'll leave the show. I mean it. Like I'll actually leave the show. You will actually PISS me off so bad that I will leave the show.
yeah, but it was $40.
Are you serious right now? Why would you walk away from that? Are you mental?
He is.
Go back. Go back. Why are you?
Tell her,
what
why'd
are you
you-
doing? Go back. Go back.
There's the back of it. That's the back of it.
Can you zoom up?
50th anniversary, and it's a replica of the old AMT kits.
How many pieces?
It's even
How many
got a box.
pieces?
It even has a box, like the
How
box,
many
like the old
pieces? How many
AMT.
pieces?
I don't know. I don't know how many
AMT
pieces.
box. Larry
How
spoiled
many
it.
pieces is
It's the original. It's the original kit.
Oh my God.
It's the old AMT model kits.
Oh my God, imagine that with aircraft cable hanging from the ceiling. You know how sexy that would be? God.
Go ahead. Why you got to
I can
torture?
get all the girls to come over and check that out.
Look at the box though. Wow.
Well, the right girls will come over and check it out.
The original box art from the old AMT.
Oh my God, this is giving me goosebumps. That's
Tell her.
beautiful. Oh,
Wait a minute.
why'd you change it? Oh, but
Go
I
back.
do like Dr. No.
I do like that, but wait a minute. You bought that, didn't you?
Sunbeam Alpha. No, I
You
didn't.
bought
It's
the
too
Trek-
expensive.
I thought it was.
We'll see.
It was too
we're gonna do the.
expensive? You're
gonna
nuts.
It's $20.
You're an insane person.
We're gonna do the segment of what I bought. I'm gonna show what I bought after.
I can't believe it.
$8. I
Like
should
I'm
have
gonna
bought the
leave the
MacGyver.
show.
God.
I'm
should've
gonna
bought
I
like
the
like that Dr. No car.
I'm walking away from the show. That's it.
Well, you got to wait to the end of the segment.
Sean Carter said Mexican Iron Man is getting this one from me. My first YouTube video is this exact kit. Oh, okay.
Nice.
What you talking the Star Trek one there?
The Star Trek model. Yep.
Okay. Oh, you're going to be putting it together, you mean, Sean? And you're going to give it to good buddy Mike, Mexican Iron Man, who is a dear friend of mine? That's awesome. I love my Mike, and that's a cool present.
See what I mean about the true nerd girls? Look at 6. Look at Lisa. Look at Stunt Brat. Look at their comments. Okay, so Lisa is a girl after my own heart. Here, my own heart. Listen to this. I want to build it, not go see somebody else's build. Lisa, I love doing builds. I just absolutely love doing builds. Have you seen my Starry Night build or my Orpheus build? I don't YouTube, like that's not a thing I do, but like I just had to share my Orpheus build. You have to go see it. I wish you would have been here to do it with me. We would have had so much fun doing it together. And I totally agree. Doing a build yourself from the very beginning, to coffee and doing a build, it feels so good. Oh, it's the best.
Fun,
I
yep.
like that Dr. No car.
Yeah, Doctor, and Scuba. If you're still out there, hope you buy this. But yeah, the Dr. No car.
MacGyver.
That's a Sunbeam Alpha.
That's cool. Oh, that's
Alpine.
greatness. I've got an Aston Martin Hot Wheels, but I don't have that. That's cool.
So that was
Johnny
the
Lightning.
first movie, and
That's
that was the first
expensive.
Bond car.
Ooh,
Yep.
Can somebody please,
Very
because I
fun.
don't want to wreck the show, and I can't, because I post as Clubby, not as myself. Can somebody please put up the Starry Night build or and show Lisa the Orpheus build?
How do
You
we
have
find
to
it?
see the Orpheus build.
How do we find it?
It's a completely analog robot that I built.
How do we
but
find it?
it's
Hold on, I'll go get it. I'll go get it. I'll be right back. I'm just
Okay.
gonna hit mute so that I'm not all
Yep.
clickety click.
Yes, we
clickety
will
click.
show it.
I'll be back.
Absolutely, everybody, absolutely.
Garbage Pail Kids cars.
Oh boy, man, those are some expensive. Those Johnny Lightnings got expensive.
Yeah, everything got expensive.
Oh,
Yep.
that's cool right there.
Yeah, all the rockets. Yeah, all the missiles. Yep. Flying is fun. So let's see. We'll play the game of what did I buy? Let's see if this is. Oh, and this is an. Since we're talking about making here, printing another Judge Dredd with like a bronze kind of
Making a bronze
multicolored.
Judge Dredd. Oh wow.
Yeah. Yep. So let's see how that one comes out. Yep.
Nice.
So here,
Nice.
let me play the game, and everyone, yeah, that's at Hobby Lobby. So I'll post the. Well, here, let me.
I need to go to Hobby Lobby tomorrow.
Here's the.
No, actually,
screen
don't need
here.
to go there.
Well, you don't, but let's see. Let me share this again. So now, not everything is available online. It looked like. But here's that lenticular poster.
Yeah.
So that's everyone
Pretty
really
good.
likes from one side.
Yeah,
for
it's
$13.
a half good poster.
So say we put in Star Trek. Not everything was. Here's this Enterprise. Okay, so it's $30. So they have this Enterprise poster. I guess it was $50.
Yeah, it's pretty nice though.
It's still a great price.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
40
a great,
40% off. Yeah.
really
Pretty
really
nice. Absolutely, yeah.
So let me put the link into the chat. So, but it depends on what's in your area and where they ship to, or it's a model kit. Yeah, it's a model kit. Neon Night. Yeah, that's Enterprise
Hey, Mark.
model kit. Yep.
Will you please go to Clubby's Clubhouse on Twitter? I sent you the URL for the Orpheus robot and for the Starry Night solar system, but only like after you're done, bud.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's do the. Let's see. See if I got the. Okay, I got the links. Yep. Okay. Cool. But let's do. Let me switch here and let's turn on the. Stop sharing this. So yeah, everyone check out Hobby Lobby. Got a lot cooler stuff
Just
than
ruining lives every day. I'm
I
so
ever
glad I don't
thought.
live by Hooby Looby because I would Hooby Dooby Hooby Looby every day.
Hooby Dooby.
Oh, thanks, Lisa.
Oh, cool.
I'll sub Lisa back.
So let me switch mics here so I can talk from the other.
And you
other
can
end
mute
of
me
the
so
room.
that they can hear the music from the videos.
Okay. Yep. So let's.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it.
Let me.
Cool.
Switch mics here.
So what do you? Oh, okay. You got those
Mic
pictures?
to my headset mic. Yep. So here's the.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm showing what I bought from Hobby Lobby. Yeah. Yep. And then we'll show Raquel's picture.
Hooby Looby.
Hooby Dooby Dooby Looby. Welcome to the Bat Cave.
Yeah, that's a beautiful buy. Where are you putting that?
That's going on my door. I'm going to take the Hulk poster off that I have. I'm going to put that on my.
I think that's
I got
a
to
good
take
choice.
something else down. But when you walk into the room, you're going to see this. Justice served daily.
That's beautiful.
That's gonna look nice. Yep.
Yep.
I got Cap.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Nice.
The best never rest. And that it's got one of those doohickeys where
you need to hang that up.
hang it on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the number if anyone's looking for it.
Oh, that was smart and sweet.
So.
Thank you.
Decor.
Thank you, Stun Brat. Hugs right back to you, my dear.
Good night, sweetheart.
Is she running?
Oh, I don't know. She may not, might not be, but she just said what an awesome show tonight. So I'm not sure. So I just want to tell her that I love her.
We had a lot of people watching tonight.
You were so lovely to say that. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Yes, sir. The letters. Yeah.
Oh, good. You got the Marvel. But you got Mark, I hope. Yes. You got Mark. Tell me you got Mark. Good.
There you go. Hang that on the door too. Yep. So
Probably should have got 2 of your last name, and you could have done a sign, or you could have done a 3D printed sign and put your last name into letters for like your porch, especially at Halloween. You know how nice that would be?
That's cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
they had those big letters too.
Yeah. Imagine how nice that would look on the porch.
No, these are beautiful. Yeah, so
Yeah.
and it's always tough
Cool.
to find like my name with a C. Whenever
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
very, very tough to find Mark with a C on
And you
all.
got
You have those
Kirby.
door signs. So
You got Kirby twice. You got Ditka. You got Ramita
Yeah.
there, and you got
Beautiful.
Gene Colan.
and Mr. Angel, I was grab something to show you in a second. Yep. And here, of course, so that Raquel still likes me, I guess. It's one thing I had to buy, right?
Oh, that's beautiful. Push it back so I can
totally
see it. I'm
trying to
sorry.
trying to
That
get
is
back. Yeah.
greatness.
Nice.
Let's see if I go.
That's gorgeous.
Got too much stuff on the desk, but here.
That's good stuff. Oh,
Nice.
that's nice.
It's big too.
How does, can I ask you how you hang that one up? How do you hang
It's
that one
got
up?
two. It's got two
Okay.
little.
I got it. I
little-
got it.
Actually, the cheap.
Yeah, you'll have to get the laser
could
level
put-
out for that one.
I'm gonna put a picture
wire strip?
frame wire
Okay,
between that.
yeah.
Yep. So this is. Of
Look
course,
at
it's
that
got the
original
great-
symbol. God, I love that original symbol. So beautiful. And
Oh,
Hooby
that's-
Looby.
Oh, it's California compliant. Oh, thank God. Oh,
Well,
moved
California
to
compliant
California.
means that it doesn't contain any chemicals in it, I believe, that are linked to cancer or whatever.
I know, but California goes over. I'm just making a California
California.
joke. Yeah. I wonder how many
California.
people like cut their hands, like cutting those labels off the line cords. You know, I wonder how many emergency room visits that has caused
Yeah.
versus what's on the label.
No
Okay,
doubt.
so I guess.
Hey,
I
what do
gotta
you
show
have hanging there? That's going back and forth to the right of Restless Leg
Spider
Spider-Man.
Gwen.
And I just want to say,
Spider-Gwen.
good for you. You had your window open today in your office. You got sunshine. That makes me happy. This Restless Leg Spidey's just a giving her. Larry
Somebody
says,
else-
"Give me lead paint."
I will do that, Sean.
You're stuck with me now.
Did get it. Okay, I like you again.
Oh,
I was
he
gonna say,
lied to
like,
you.
I really thought that you were a dingbat.
You lied.
I was disappointed in you. I was actually slightly disgusted, to be quite honest.
All right, Michael Beacom. Have
Good
a
night,
great
Michael
night.
Beacom, and
Great night to
Cassandra
you.
Night,
Beacom.
Michael.
Indeed.
Good night,
And
you
Cassandra.
people. And thank you
Be
for
seeing you.
sharing and putting a face to the name. We just love the Beacums around here. Good night, Beacums. Mwah,
Be
mwah, mwah.
seeing you.
Be seeing you.
Ah,
Are you going to open it?
look at that front box art.
I know. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Did you buy 2 so you could open one and then keep one?
Jaworski pool practice.
My husband's here.
Hey,
Hello, husband.
have a question to discuss. Please do so. Pose your question to the panel, sir.
Oh, he is very educated and absolutely is like the spell nerd. So he has got to be on his phone. He's going to be mad that Discuss came out wrong. He's going to be
Oh
like,
my God!
damn
how
it!
How can you ever face life now? How can you even, go on? 'Cause you had a
Yaworski
misspelling.
pool practice. Please pose your question to the panel.
Pose
Lisa,
your question
that's my
to the-
husband, Lisa.
to the
Lisa
panel.
immediately says hello. Thanks, sweetheart.
Chili.
Oh,
beans or no beans? Okay.
Okay,
Beans.
guys. Andrew is entering me into a chili contest,
Oh.
and so he wants to put it to the panel and to all the 735ers and all the clobber animals. Chili, beans, or no beans? I'll put it up on the
Beans.
marquee.
You have to have beans or it's not
You gotta
chili.
have beans. I mean, not when it's like if it's chili on a hot dog, no beans. But every other way, like chili, you got to have the beans. Although I have a nephew of mine that won't eat beans at all, so he always has to get his without it. But you got to have beans. Oh, Mr. Angel's a chef, and he says no beans. Wow.
Yeah. See?
But I'm surprised to hear that from a chef, Mr. Angel. I'm surprised at you, son. I see, son. I see. That's beautiful. So
Larry
listen,
says, luckiest guy in the world, Raquel's hubby. Larry, you know
He
who else
is.
is pretty darn lucky? Me, because I have friends like you. And I think you're an amazing and beautiful person, and you are a gentleman, and I just absolutely adore you. So I'm also lucky because I am blessed with amazing friends. And yeah, you're a cool cat.
let's see. I'll tally up all of our votes and see what happens.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Are you
Except
going to
for
do one of
Phantom
those fancy
Outsiders.
polls, or?
I
No.
should have, I guess, but yeah. Okay, you know what? Just for you.
Are you going to do a poll just for Andy?
I well, yeah. I don't know this Andy you speak of, but the pool guy there, the pool player, go get a poll.
And this is the original stand that came with the model. See the Delta symbol, and you attach these together.
Beautiful.
And that goes in between there. So, but the color looks a little bit different than.
It does.
I don't know if this is the original color or if this is because my model was white that I have
But
downstairs.
what kind of a light do you have above your head, Mark?
No, but even so, I'm seeing it's like a gray color, which is actually
It's
nice
gray?
because you could probably get away with not painting this if you didn't have painting skill.
6 is going to get you in trouble with Maureen. She's asking to see the receipt total. I love 6. She's the best.
That was a business expense, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
here's the
that's
original
beautiful.
instruction sheet,
Come on.
I guess.
Oh,
All
it
right,
doesn't have that
folks,
many
before you begin.
pieces.
All right,
It's not
folks.
that bad.
The poll is up there. Chili,
Please vote.
Beans or no beans?
To bean or not to bean?
There you
That is the question.
And how have you been, by the way? Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm only a human being.
Oh, I want to say that. Are you a sentient being?
God, I love you, Clobby.
Oh, my goodness. That is too cool.
And I got
Mr. Angel
the
is a
pink
chef, though,
color
by the
fit.
way. And he says, I'm a chef, and I don't play one on TV. I'm one for real. There's a diff. I think it means duff, but I think it means diff with chili and chili. And chili con. Carne with beans. But the real traditional chili has no beans. But if you like beans, then it's okay. But my Mexican friends will kill me if I add beans. Wow, okay. I did not know that.
Larry,
That's why they call it chili con carne, like chili with meat, right?
yeah.
I
Because
guess
chili is without. I always thought chili was with beans, but
without beans, isn't it just meat soup? Yeah, kinda. I would say so. 6. That's the way I would look at it.
Larry is breaking out all of the bean puns, and it's just fabulous.
I mean, that would be. I mean, because I have a nephew like that. I mean, he would bug my grandmother to make beans for him. She'd have to make it without. I mean, chili. She'd have to make it without beans.
I should do the
That is a lot of
1717
ships.
ship. That's my
Look at all this
birthday.
registry. What man? I would
Yeah.
just all you need is 1701.
Well, you can buy multiple models and build all the ships.
Wow, that's a lot of ships. Look, they only have so many names. That's way more than they have names. ISS Enterprise. They got the ISS. Whoa.
Yeah.
Phantom
It's
Outsider.
Mirror Universe.
The reason why no one likes the kidney beans is because people don't realize that they will give you intestinal distress because they're not cooked. A lot of people try and slow cook red kidney beans, and you can't do that. They have to be fully cooked, and they have to reach a temperature, the ideal temperature, quite rapidly, and it has to stay at that temperature. And so putting kidney beans into a slow cooker is one of the worst things you can do, and it will really, really make a mess of your stomach. And unfortunately, a lot of people do that. So I think that's why people don't like the kidney beans. But I don't use kidney beans in my bean chili. I use black beans, navy beans,
Wow.
and sometimes chickpeas.
Nice. Look at that.
Give you all these sticker sets here. This is beautiful. Yeah.
Incredible. That's
So one, I
great
guess,
stuff
is
there.
black and white, and then one is color. I guess you could do a color model.
Wow.
Wow.
This is the 50th anniversary set.
Oh no, JD Lewis says that it's been marvelous.
All right,
but
JD.
it's an early morning. So he says, good night,
Okay,
friends.
buddy.
See you soon with a heart.
night.
We love you, JD Lewis. Good night,
JD.
honey.
Not far behind you because we're pretty late now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a school night for Andy.
Yeah, and for you too. right?
Oh yeah, pintos are good too. Sean Carter from Mars.
See, I definitely won't eat black beans. Ugh. But down here where I'm from, Lisa, it's a tradition, especially although I live a little ways from New Orleans. It's a tradition in New Orleans. They all eat red beans and rice on Mondays. But my mom doesn't. Here a little farther out, we just do it on different days. But red beans and rice, I like it when she makes it, but it's never my favorite. It always messes me up. Oh man. So does lately chili kind of messes me up a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Cool.
Sean asks,
This is
what's
new,
the
a new
difference between a
stand.
chickpea and a garbanzo
New
bean?
stand.
Absolutely nothing. Just the tradition of calling it either a chickpea or a garbanzo bean. Both are the same. You want to make sure that if you get them dry, that you soak them overnight, give them a good rinse. If you get them in a can, please make sure that you give them a rinse. And don't do any of that new fandangly stuff like saving the juice and turning it into like a foam and baking it into cookies and
Ugh.
stuff like that, because I can definitely tell you, living as an assimilated Greek with Greek nationals, that is a lovely way to give yourself gastrointestinal distress and flatulence. So you want to make sure that you rinse chickpeas or garbanzo beans, whatever you like to call them.
6.
Rinse them very, very, very well and discard any juice that comes off of them. Do not use it, even though the vegan people are saving the juice and turning it into cookies.
6.
If you want to
Love
live
ya.
alone, do that.
I got you. We'll say goodbye to 6 real quick. 6, as it looks like 6 is running. Love you, 6. Thank you so much.
Good night,
For
honey.
being
Thank
here.
you for joining
Good night,
us. We
Six.
love
You
you.
rock.
Have a
You were
great day
terrific
tomorrow.
company.
And hello, Sean MNT. Welcome. Welcome.
Sean.
Hey, Sean. But you never can fit the thing back in the box, whenever they pack it.
That's
It's
true.
like it just never goes. It never fits back in.
You are a vegan people. Okay,
I didn't know you were
good.
vegan. I didn't know you were vegan people.
Do never use the liquid. A lot of Greek people are too, vegetarian. Never ever use that juice. I know that that's a very popular thing in North
Right.
America, and it makes a lot of
I did
people in
not
Europe
know.
laugh
I always
hysterically.
boil my beans
I
separately
did not know you were a vegan people.
when I make my chili. I boil the beans
Mm.
and then put it in the chili. And I always just did that I don't know why, but didn't know there's a reason. But well, let me show real quick. I know we're getting late here, but Mr. Angel had a question. Do I have any Space 1999 stuff? So
Ooh.
Is it within
carefully.
reach?
Yeah, it's within reach. We're just trying to knock everything else off the shelf. That's just joke.
Yeah.
Mr. Angel asked, yeah.
Grits or liver? Says Neon Knights. You don't like grits, or you do like grits? Boom, boom, boom.
How about kiss my grits?
boom, boom?
And the commander is driving, so the commander's piloting, so it's going to be
So the
crashing.
crash breakout.
But the
breakaway, I
Eagle
mean.
is the Eagle is awesome.
Breakaway.
I love the Eagle. So that's
Yeah.
my only Space 1999 vehicle.
Yep.
Oh, and here's the
I love
the
Space
Judge Dredd that's
1999.
printing now. I was just
Not as
showing.
much as UFO.
Love it.
And
Greatness.
and I don't know if I've shown this. I just I did. This is Batman adjacent, so I did show this the other night, but I
Coolness.
did get that recently. So
Love it.
that's that's gonna go
Love
near
that.
the Batman sign, hopefully. But yeah, so I did buy the model, so thankfully Raquel won't disown me. So Star
I was
Trek model.
extremely disappointed there for a minute.
You're like, oh my god, if you didn't buy that, you can't be
I
a
actually
friend
wouldn't
anymore.
have talked to you ever again. This
Ever
would have
again.
been like, this person is
Ever
not my
again.
friend. That's it.
Yeah.
Friendship
Yeah.
over. Of course, I'm
Friendship
kidding.
over.
Yeah,
so,
Mr.
but-
Angel. It's I believe it's a type of food bleach. So it's not just salt. It's like chlorinated something or other. And yes, you need definitely a good rinse. I've people have sent me the videos on the TikTok and stuff of them taking the discarded liquid that is basically like this form of chlorine and
Who
salt.
came up with that idea?
I don't know, but I guess they whip it until it's like a foam, like a meringue, and then they bake it in the oven and they eat that. And my goodness, you would never ever want to eat the discarded liquid from any type of bean from a can. Do not do that ever, 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 ever. Ooh.
Sean bought all the models. And I
Sean-
was checking. I was checking out, and the girl was asking the manager, like, I'm like, this is on sale, and the cashier is like, yeah, but it's a spaceship, and the manager's like, yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's a boxed model. See, it's in a box. I wish I had it on.
Weren't you going to show something that Raquel had?
Oh yeah. Let me show that.
Sorry,
Let me
I guess Six already left. She was
on
wanting to see it too.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Six.
Mr. Angel, here in Canada, it's a type of like a chlorine. It's like a bleach. I forget what it's called. I forget the chemical name for it, but every country has its own standards. But yeah, you definitely don't want to be turning that into a meringue and turning it into cookies. That's not a cookie you want to have. It's not a cookie you want to have.
Yeah, you don't want to toss those cookies.
Yeah.
So is this okay to play the volume on, Raquel? Or
yeah, you can play the volume on it. These are 100% copyright compliant. These are all in the public domain.
Thank you. So let me do that. And let me make it full screen. And let's click full volume and click play.
Cool.
That looks really complicated to build.
Yeah, sure does. Shooter, hey there. I understand, Shooter. Well, it's good to see you popping in. Don't worry about it. There you go. Nice. That's amazing.
Very cool. It's got lights. Assuming there's obviously a battery in there for the lights, right?
Yeah, just for the light. The rest of it is completely
mechanical. Yep.
Yep, mechanical. It's run by the it's run by the music box gear, so it all runs off of that one gear. And then there's
this is this one, right? Yep. Let me play that one.
This one's a lot quicker.
It looks like it took even longer to do, though. It's bigger, right? Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are more complicated. These are, I think, according to international standards, I think these ones are like 4 out of 5 for model and puzzle building difficulty. So this is a solar system.
I thought that's the Earth in the center, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
No,
else.
the sun. What are you doing?
That was a bad Galileo joke. Or Copernicus. I
Oh,
should say.
okay, good.
Nice. That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
So once
Oh, and
again, it's all
it's accurate. It's accurate by the actual rotation of the planets, I guess, too, in terms of time to
yeah.
go
So
around it.
and it all runs off of the analog gear at the bottom. So you start with the analog gear, and then you build all the mechanisms around it. And what was really cool about this particular build is that it actually had a measure box. So you build a measure box to help you do the fittings of the wood, so that you don't overfit or underfit.
Oh, so it doesn't jam. Yeah.
Yeah. So
This is all spring wound, or
no, it's the internal mechanism. Yeah, you obviously you draw it all up, right? And then of course it moves over the tines, and the tines then catch the gears, and
So is this battery powered, or is this
no,
like
no,
wind
not
up,
this
right?
one. No. And
Yeah,
on the other
very
one,
nice.
the other one is also completely powered by the gear and the music box as well. The only thing you want to
Nice.
light up is his heart, so you don't have to have
Nice.
his heart lit up. But I like to have his heart lit up. I think he looks cute.
Yeah, it looks cute. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's the kind of modeling that I like to do. I like
Very nice.
incredible.
difficult puzzles, and I love
Sounds like fun.
I love when puzzle is mixed with a model. I love puzzle and model making, and I like it if it has like a steampunk edge. I like it if it's like totally analog, and I just like it. I think it looks good. It looks good with my books, and it also makes me feel like the world is right, like that technology doesn't all have to be on the internet. It's science. You can science on your
Science
own.
the bleep out of it.
Science, yes. So I've wrapped up our poll, dedicated to the great, your great better. Well, you can't be the better half because you're the better. Sorry, pool man, but you are pretty great too. You're great. I am great. Anyway, for 27 votes, let's see. The question was chili, beans or no beans. 70% said yes. And only 29% said no.
Wow. Okay. So
There
I
you
know what
go.
I'm doing for the cook-off.
There you go. Yeah. I know what you're doing for the cook-off too. There you go. Handle it. Handle it with those beans. Well, everyone, I tell you what, this has been a fantastic, fun time. It is time for us to get a move on here. We've been here for 3 hours and 20 minutes there, and they've blasted
so much
by.
fun.
Went by so time. I can't believe it's been that long. Really, I really can't believe it. And that is because of not only my wonderful first officer and great chief engineer, because they're such great company, but so are all of you. And you made the time fly, and I really appreciate you so much. So just a quick show note or two. Tomorrow night, I will be on with the great Dad Man, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Clan.
It's the Dad Man Walking channel. Yep, he and his wonderful wife, Mrs. Dad Man, and the family over there. They have a great channel. Please go check their channel out. I'll be on there talking some NFL playoffs, 7 p.m. Eastern. I think Ash is Ash going to join us? I hope so. Anyway.
And if I can, I always try to be there too.
Hope
If I
you can
can
be there
Dad,
too.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure. Yeah,
we'll be talking the NFC Championship and AFC Championship games, and last week's games as well. And then I'm currently building a 1/12 scale of the Folly, which is an entrance to the Par de, how do you say that? Par de Bagatelle.
Paris.
Bagatelle in Paris.
is that in
I
Legos
should
or
try to
in,
pronounce that. Thank
like
you,
it's a
Lisa.
kit?
Wow. Oh, Rob Altus mentioned earlier. You said I didn't know that you're building a model for the ambulance from the movie Mother Jokes and Speed. I remember the movie. I did not know there was a model for that ambulance.
Oh, really?
Anyway, cool. So anyway, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on the great 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser's channel. Our good friend. No Ash. Oh well, we miss Ash. So.
Love Ash.
It will be the comic shop talk with Nick and the comic shop boys and myself talking. I don't know if you'll be there or not, Mark, but you were there last week with us.
Yeah, it depends on family
what's
stuff
going
yet,
on.
but
Right.
when I can, I'm there. Yep.
Infinity Gauntlet #4 reviewed by the gang. And then, of course, Saturday night Star Trek.
Dun, 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 dun.
9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Same Trek time, same Clubby channel. We will have, of course, 4 more episodes reviewed. In our ongoing mission, we're going to be getting close to the end of season 4 of Star Trek Deep Space 9. And let's see here. Where was I? Oh, and of course, the Geekery, Sunday Night Geekery, 10 p.m.
Sunday Night
Eastern,
Geekery, yep.
Monday night.
on Mark's
Didn't miss
channel.
that, yep.
So I will turn it over now to my good friends, my chief engineer. But before that, we'll go with our lovely first officer for any closing words that either one of you might have, and then we will say our goodbye. We won't do up the shout outs to everybody, because it takes so long, and you've all been shouted out, and I don't want to keep you any longer than we already have. But number one, any closing words?
Yes. First of all, I want to thank everyone in the chat. Without you folks, we are nothing. And wow, did you ever deliver this evening? What a beautiful set of conversations. I had such a magnificent time with all of you. I know Clobby did. I know Mark did. Just these were delicious conversations. I had a riot with you amazing people. So thank you so much for that. I want to thank all of the wrenches. I love you guys very much. You guys go above and beyond for Clobby and I, for all of your friends. You don't get paid any money to do it. You just do it out of the goodness of your heart, and you do it because you're a good and a loyal friend. And I love each and every single one of you guys. Thank you so much. I want to thank my Patreon subs. I'm not used to doing this sort of thing. But when Amazon decided to give me a pittance in return for my books, you all said, join Patreon. We're going to back you. So I feel incredibly uncomfortable about it. So every single time I'm going to thank these folks who are helping me to get published. These are the folks who are backing my work fully. And I cannot thank them enough for their generosity and their kindness and their sincerity. These are beautiful people. So I would like to thank Cardinal Sin is a patron. Shooter is a patron. Larry is a full backer of my work. Tony Stark is a full backer of my work. Chris Persia is a patron. Scuba Pete is a patron. And good old Mark D with a C is a fan. And I just want to thank you so much for this. Without your love and support, without you guys buying my stories, without you guys showing up and making it count, I can't get anywhere. The corporations aren't interested in classic science fiction, and they say you aren't either. And I know you are. So the fact that you're backing my work means everything to me. I love you, and I am so humbled by your loyalty and your generosity. I want to thank Mark D with a C for being one of the coolest cats around, for being a kind friend and just a really good guy. You need to follow him on YouTube because he's interesting, he's smart, he's funny, and he's just a great guy to know in real life. And last, but certainly not least, I want to thank one of the best friends I've ever had in my life. And I mean that in real life. I've known him for 2 years. He knows the people in my immediate family. He has always treated me like gold. He's just the sweetest man you have ever met. Classy, smart, kind. He's just everything. He created this space for us. I know him as Mike Alonso. You know him as Clobby. You hear me call him my captain, and he is. So my hat's off to the big boss. I had a great time. Thank you, darling.
Oh, thank you for being here. That was lovely, and you are lovely. Marco.
Yeah, so it was an awesome show tonight. A lot of fun. So thank you. It's always great to be on here and hang out with the chat. We had a ton of people in the audience tonight too.
Hey, Tony Stark. Hey,
Tony Stark. How's
Were
it
your
going?
ears burning? I was talking about you earlier.
Yeah. Be back in 2
All
weeks.
Good. All
well,
good, yeah.
Good. Well, good luck with it, brother. Keep us posted, Tony. So sorry. Go ahead. Good.
No. So just a great show tonight. A lot of fun, and we had a ton of people in the chat too. It's nice to have a lot of people watching us, and glad hope everyone enjoyed it. And it's always fun to share stuff. And I was working on something today because I know I got to get this out to you guys, so you can you'll know what this is in a few seconds. But
Oh my!
It's
Dude.
ready.
It's not
Shut
ready.
up,
I
are
was
you
working on
serious?
it. I
Did you
was
paint
working
that?
on it today.
He
This is just
painted it.
no. This isn't this is the filament that came out that way.
That's
I
the way it's
bought
supposed
special
to be.
filament.
What?
Special filament just for
Oh my
you know,
God,
those
the
parts.
Liberator.
By the way, you do know that if you don't want to paint it, that I know somebody who's a great
Yeah,
at
yeah.
painting. So I'm just letting you know.
I'm putting
The
her. I'm putting
Liberator.
her
The
together.
Liberator. The
Oh my God!
Liberator. The Liberator.
I've shown you this months ago, and I never, you know, I printed all the pieces.
Oh wow!
And never finished. You
The
know, because you got to do all the work
The
too.
Liberator.
So here's the
Dun, dun,
box
dun,
of
dun, dun,
pieces.
dun, dun.
Not that.
It's finally
Oh,
gonna
wow.
get there. Dun, 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 dun.
Whoa! Nice.
So
Man.
that's
That's a
all the-
challenge. Talk about putting the model together. I don't know how
Well,
you
there's
do that.
one for
Right?
you and one for Raquel. So
What?
She can't have my Liberator.
I told you I was going to send you one, right?
I'm
Did I?
100% clearing
Like
off
this
a
box
shelf
keeps
in the
getting
living
bigger that I
room.
should have sent a year ago. So
It's going in the living room. It's going in the living room on the bookshelf
that's
with
the-
the science fiction in the living
the
room.
front of
It's
it,
going
yeah.
in the living room.
That looks
I'm so
amazing.
excited.
yeah, I was happy with
Love
the
it.
green, the way the green came out. But, oop, I dropped it. But yeah, you
Indeed.
gotta glue it.
My other friend with the 3D printer, he showed me what he's making me a Liberator teleport bracelets.
Shut the front
Nice,
door.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you
So
got
here's the stand.
that.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
And then
my
and then you
God,
print
I can't
you
believe
print
this is
something to
for
go
Christmas.
Oh my
to go
God.
in
Dude.
there. So I was working
Wow.
on that today. I'm like, I got to get this going,
Dude.
you know, because you do something, then you're like, you know,
I understand you're a busy man. Don't ever worry about that.
No,
But this is thought that counts, dude.
Oh, I'm so
Yep.
excited. It looks beautiful. Can't even
it'll be
deal
nice.
with it. It's going in the
Because you
living room.
can't buy a model for that. That's the problem with the Liberator, right? So
No, well, I mean, they've made a few here in there, but the ones they made like custom are expensive, and yeah, they were not easy to get. They made little corgi ones back in the old days, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
going
Lisa-
in. That's going in my parlor.
Snail
I'm putting
Messiah.
that in my parlor, my front room, my living room. I don't
Oh,
know
thank
what
you,
you
yeah.
call it in your area of the world. It's like
Entranceway, hallway.
well, no, not entranceway. My front room. So like
Okay.
I
Your
was
den?
raised to call it the front room, but it's actually the parlor. So like where you don't have a TV, where people walk in and it's just
Okay.
like walls and walls of books, and it's where your
Right.
nice Chesterfield is, and it's where you serve tea and have conversations. That's where that's going, and it's going with all of my science fiction books. It is going to be showcased. That is gorgeous. I'm so excited. I'm dying.
Fantastic. Snail Messiah, good to see you. We're just heading out of here, but it's always good to see you pop in.
Well, and I just want to say to Lisa, she wants a 3D printer, but the computer stuff, it's not as tough as you think getting started. But maybe I could do a stream on how to get started with 3D printing. There's a lot of great YouTube videos out there, but
Yeah.
the you know, I know we're going to get out of here, but the Prusa Mini is a great way to get started. I'll put that link in, and I'll put in a couple of YouTube videos, so links to guys and gals that do that stuff. But don't be intimidated. Like, go for it. Get like a little little machine. Don't spend a ton of money to see if you like it. And the Prusa is probably the way to go. The Prusa Mini. And there's so much stuff out there now on the interwebs that can help
I can't
you.
believe you made me a liberator.
help-
I'm gonna die. I'm
I
gonna
thought I
die.
told you that. I should have waited till it was just in the just sent it to you.
I can't believe I'm getting a liberator. Like I have to mute, or this show's gonna go on forever because I can't. Like I'm squealing like a kid. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
hit
God.
mute.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. And it's been fantastic. We love the clubhouse. You guys made the clubhouse special, but we'll see you Saturday night. Oh, if not sooner. So, yeah, good night. Let me find there we are. All right, everybody, have a fantastic remainder of your evening.